keeping you guys waiting for some time. I know at this stage, I'm on my Croatia fans, I'm on investment. But it's normal. Shatta, Wale and Medikal, but they are going to calm your spirits down because I know you guys have been waiting for them, and finally they are here. Shatta, who your investment and Croatia, Argentina.
I'm very humble.
Oh,
yeah, I'm humble.
Now bet you the humility nature.
I mean, the humility is.
I don't understand you, I don't get it. Medical, my investment.
Oh, so some.
No, Mr. Spectre will be as an investment.
So the pastor is to be a prophecy. I am. And then what is that?
As an investment, actually, as an investment.
We give everything to God.
Yeah. Now supporting one between Croatia and.
Oh, I say, yeah, one match. And I'm gonna say, Argentina be show. Me say Messi bought him, but also Argentina be show. Me name the bum. Some satanic demonic spirit came and I just. More serious actually.
The demonic spirit came into you now. Yeah, I want to get a point.
Me prophesy. So, Argentina be show. But I don't know what happened before. They spell crew for them.
Son of a person can and I did draw.
Oh, okay. No can.
And tonight investment in Argentina, Chiana.
Oh, crew, AG. I'm a friend's car.
But guys, you're welcome.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Ghana has been waiting for you all this while. Ever since we made the announcement with your flyers, social media has been buzzing. Everybody's waiting for the two. In fact, the spirits around the two, they be a high. And I'm so happy, sir. Today, we are here to do that big announcement. And when that post came, said, you guys should watch out for some big announcement. I said, wow, tonight, Adibia, Yingna expecting. I'm sure we're going to get that response. So, Medikal, welcome. And King Shatta, Wale, welcome as well. But let's start a conversation this way. And Kojo King, also announced that Kojo King is also here. Today, I'll give you the chance to call and get some explanation. And Cheye, last week, Thursday, and we hit the streets of Accra, and a float, an activation for Shagzy. And I know that so many people don't understand it. Operations, but Shatta is here, the guy who is the brain behind the business. Today, we're asking him how this came about and how you can also benefit from it. Because I say, the whole of Ghana. Ebiana abain aye de obetima ebiana wantimi anye bebre. He as an individual can also do something for this business to go on. So that conversation will be happening. How busy are these guys this Christmas? You'll be asking them about that as well. And again, what that big announcement na Omoka and the Senate here. But let's start the conversation this way. And I'll start with Medikal. Celebrity life at saying a day and a day.
Oh, nice. Cool. It depends on the power. Also, we are a celebrity, we initiate about 1 year like that. I know we are celebrity, that's it. We are initiate long.
Long.
Yeah.
Long. What do you mean by long?
Oh, one more year celebrity nomination. I'm going to make a lesson. Yeah. Don't me explain. Like that one, you go wish say you don't be famous, self. You get me? Because now if you are now a person who live, you know, maybe I know if you live that life anymore when you get to some point.
Every celebrity the Bemanite they say all cash.
Yeah, so you're okay. I mean, yeah, because
okay, they say all mansions, all cars, all there. Then they okay, no.
Oh no.
Because of you when Timmy talk about it's got to be for Uber. Also, why you
also be a celebrity, right? Into the places go or quite want to be for trotro and co.
Yeah, I'm a tycoon.
Because you want to say, oh, your star. You get me? So you can't. So you have to, pull up correct. So celebrity life, they go on when things they go well for you financially, and then sometimes the families of celebrities believe that we are celebrity, we are star and quite they are not just say who was cat. You're supposed to be able to like take care of your family and your loved ones. What I say. So who TV so they be able to or radio so they are then I say mafia. Na sanka was all tinafi. And what's all about TV so you get me? So
I see.
Yeah.
It's the colleagues now. They are also being mentioned on radio, TV. And I say, as a how do you feel for them?
I mean, my colleagues, they said, "Be so you're okay." You get me?
Yeah. And yes, Shatta mo, that Shatta mo there.
I mean, yeah. I mean, you have to do your things right. You get me? Because of who are, or you're very popular, but the popularity, the popularity, and rent cash into the money might be more the man kaka. That be where you wish say like be celebrity self. You get me?
How about the other lifestyle? Ebia, mupi cry, tension, we personal photo. How about that part of being a celebrity too?
I know there are things that are normal. Maybe say me home fans are manager pa Shatta are you hear fans are to the beer say share one you feel say your mom kakra no some fan and talk credit more no more fan share near my streaming download the and no more fa being the you get me. Until once the American body down to say, oh, yes, celebrity now, also you okay with some dough. Because
to be fans,
you get me? Sometimes, we will feel say, and then a fans, Mobu says, but sometimes too, them they struggle. And maybe I want I don't be a man, maybe I want to say, maybe I say, Shatta, no, it's me work a cramp, it's me they try videos and sponsor a home, I might be okay. So I feel like, the fans, then so the Mokakra, no talk credits, I share, and my download this streaming and your man. To be in your life, yeah.
So you also mean that you want to show love back.
Yeah.
I see. Let me put the same question to Shatta. Now, me say, celebrity life. Shatta also there to say.
No, it's a prison.
Audience is a prison. And then the money a prison.
Brother, I mean, it's me for it to make us 3 hours.
Meaning, the dear me for be now like this.
If I'm not meaning of phone, I crack your brains and so. Now see, it's beautiful though when you work hard. Like you're saying. So if you say when you're a celebrity, you should know it's a job. So you don't just be a celebrity and be popular. I've been preaching this life for years, and the only person who has shown me an example is MDK. Like he's living a life that one show you out, which like I said. Guy no trust ka. Yeah.
Oh, machine is in
and now we drew be on the damn minister and yeah, but he has understood that is work. Like recently I was telling my dad, I don't like traveling.
Yeah, I don't.
But he was making some calculations for me, and that's why I keep him close to even Chaksi, what's myself, because when it comes to my calculation in businesses and stuff like that, he has a mind of, bringing numbers together and making it look like yes, we can make $1 billion. We can make like $1 trillion. Like that's the type of person. Because America, why not catch himself? You can get 1 or 2 links and call America. And it was beautiful. We went, flew on jets and stuff like that. And they decided here within like 2 weeks. I said no, let's push it. And the ideas he brought like all worked. You call on the crown, extra shoes are kind of like I was like wow, like this is beautiful. So. I think it's work, so when you're a celebrity and you have like great thinkers around you like him, at least you enjoy life, because me myself, I'm already like enjoying my celebrity life because I know I'm working hard, but sometimes I need people to like calculate some few steps with me and make extra money, and that's what he's taught me, and I believe it's beautiful when you are making money as a celebrity.
The other side, when you said you don't have friends now, how set is that, and you like it like that?
I like it like that because for me, I've never had a friend or a brother like because Obia, Obeba Minchembia, and like they want to dictate to what I'm doing, and I always tell them, when you met me, I had my own ship, and I was the only captain in the ship, and you decided to join the ship. And now you want to tell me how I steer this ship, because most of the boys are more nah, like then we just move on by. it becomes like a way that am I understanding it difficult when it comes to like, you know, the lifestyle, knowing you know how we need to move the agenda forward. So I'll just say it's one of those things.
Very well. At this stage in your career, still on Shatta, would you sign a record label deal?
Yes, when the money is good. Because right now I'm too experienced, I've come to realize that there is so much in the work. You know, most of the times people say I don't shoot videos and stuff. I go like, yo, the song I did, I want like $3 million to shoot a video. I'm imagining me jumping from a helicopter to a story building and something with some special effects, you know. And when I think about it, I go like, no. You know, so with this kind of job, it's not like a jumabia, you know, for you to feel like, you know, it's just a normal work. Like, it's not a normal work for me at all. So when I have a record label that wants to sign me, the best thing I'll give them are figures. Like, you know, yeah, my mom will figures. If they can come to it, then we just work. Because if it's a proper record label, they'll know that this is a brand that needs to, you know. So I'll forever like want one.
So, Medikal, have you been doing conversations, record label conversations, and I said, oh, you're ready for such a conversation at all?
I mean, yeah, we've been into talks with some, you know, labels here and there. But I mean, I always move. I'm a very skeptical person. I make skeptical decisions because should be more minya outcome now. Me pen na fi akwa long. So I still, of course, if there's a very nice, you know, nice deal on the table, of course, I'm not gonna be down not to take it. I'll take it. You get me back. To say the Shatta kind of like, we need a lot of money to support the craft, you know, and then aside the money itself, you know, we won't see some impact. We want it to be very impactful. You get me? Let me say we can't sign, and right now things did the way it did, or things they even fall back. You get me? So I mean, there has to be a motion. You get me? Yeah.
So looking at the existing record labels in Ghana, I'm talking about the known ones, not to mention anybody's name. Can someone convince you to sign their deal?
And the convincing, you know, all will boil down to say, when you convince me, where they convince you, they carry go. Because if you carry go, the point or the angle where you will help my career, I will be financially okay. And because, you know, some labels go tell you, say, yo, the whole of this year, make you no drop song. Yeah. You get me? I know. Me, okay, start I mean, say, they give me like some $30 million. Say, I sit. Because maybe that man
not to release a song, they got $30 million.
Because maybe I can make it dropping you be my alpha crazy, my $500 million. What did they make an answer? So me had to calculate, you know, very deep. I know they just watch, say, oh, yo, we are giving you like maybe $500,000 or $1 million, and then you're not dropping a song for 2 years because there are a couple of artists on the label, so you need to put your career at a hold. No, it has to be a very, you know, delicious deal. You get me? Yeah.
And again, let me commend you guys. Abraham started my friendship and our relationship. Now, some people doubted it. You see on social media, oh, Shatta Medikal relationship, back or hit rocks, a basic. How are you guys still keeping it tight, including buying cars for him and he buying phones for you? How are you guys keeping it tight? Shatta?
It's not only phones.
It's not only phones.
Wait, which phones?
Tell me who's your own top.
Fridge. Deck. Pepsi deck. Brass deck. Asuntaka. Everything that I need.
Oh, la pigeon and Matisse or you be.
La pigeon, I love it.
Oh, you mama.
Look at champion. You know, I'll just say everything that comes into our life, you know, is God. You know, I believe that like Medikal has been that spiritual being that I needed around me, you know, because I've moved with a whole lot of people that when they find faults around me, they don't tell me. But this is the only brother that, you know, I feel, that's why people are even talking about friendship. I go like, no, it's beyond friendship, because I like people to tell me, like, things that are wrong, you know, for me to learn from it, you know, and basically that's what he's been doing to me. Like, you know, when I take a decision and it's nonsense, he'll tell me it's nonsense. You know, and he doesn't tell me like, you know, some people tell you stuff for you to feel like bad about it, but you know, he tells you for you to feel like, no,
it's good.
Yeah, for the sake of the future, for the sake of what we are doing, you know, for the sake of this whole family, you know, that kind of thing. So I believe for us to like have a problem will be far from us, you know, or far from people like that, because we've created a family. Like fella is our brand ambassador for Shaxi and also a board, director, in the business. He is our board chairman. Because from when I started Shaxi and I was like, yo, bro, I need to buy cars. He gets money and buys me a car. He gets money, so the car and I'm talking about first car. On what third cars, and what cars now go do third cars.
And
but because that was business, we just wanted to keep it like that. So basically, it's just that we have a relationship that is God ordained, and people shouldn't just watch it like
just see it like that.
Yeah, even if you see it like that, we get them like that. Because if they want us to quarrel right now, we go to make them get them like that.
Yeah.
And we give them, okay, we have quarrel. What can you do?
Yeah, I get it.
And we'll come back. Because
and what would you do again?
Since that's what you want, we can give it to you. One day you wake up and then it will be a surprise to you. I can send me kind, and then we'll come back again. And you say, manka. People should just love what we are doing. I believe he's one of the artists that is doing good in the industry, and I love him. And I believe like when people see us together, they should learn from it, because Ghana love Odonia. International Black Stars, every chance and every win the World Cup.
Because of Odonti.
Love. Because we be a person shall go. We need to learn that and go, because we love ourselves. Me, I want to sleep beside him at his back. Even when he's sleeping, I will lie at his back and hold him
hold who?
Him. Yeah, well, I love him.
That is fine. And so anyway, I need to come one of my panel members asked, "Na say Shatta, and you mama is Bibri. So why is he doing Shaxi again?" Almost share how successful you have been with music. They were so surprised to see you say, only medical fella and some fans, any management team. So flyers where we are doing like as a successful person in the music industry. That motivation of Shaxi, where did they start from? And Sunny, what is Shaxi?
Well, I would say that motivation of Shaxi came from, first, he came with a plan. We giving back to society. I believe the fans have been supportive to us so much that sometimes. Okay,
you guys can run the float and activation video because Abiana Obi who says Shatta nam street swamp, I be Obi and because Shatta your bed and anti streets where we are. You might even doubt it. So while Shatta is talking and explaining the Shaxi things, you guys can be watching the reality. And a float that started from the Accra Mall, ran through Nima to Circle and also to Osu. And it was big. The whole of Accra, everybody was locked on this one. But we want to know the motivation because you man the opinion then and corner na ni swimming pool baby on kodemu na area kiti on nam club na washe space na wataki in. Of course, Medical was also there. Fela Makapu was also there. So yes, where did the motivation come from?
The love of the people, man. That's what I'm saying. Like, we giving back to society. Because I believe we've been in Ghana, for a while now, and we're still staying here. We're still living as human beings, and the love I get from, the fans and everybody, has really given me some great ideas and, wisdom, to put out certain things. For instance, I've done donations, nobody has talked about it. I've done, a couple of things, back to school projects, work with a couple of companies, and still people see like, oh, he's one of those musicians, but me, I'm a whole computer scientist, in terms of, we've been in the computer world, for a long time, and
I know.
We always watch things that we have to do. But basically, me, I like cars.
Yeah.
The same way he likes cars too. So I had this plan in 2018.
2018?
Yeah. That I need to put up something, but gradually I was building on it. So when at least we got closer more, that was like before COVID. Yeah, before COVID. Then when we started discussing about it. So my first trip even to Miami, I told him about it. I said, when we come to Miami, I'll go for Uber because I want to really learn what is going on with them and how come our drivers here, you know, are complaining. Because most of the time we go to NC Mall, we go to Accra Mall, we go to places and people complain. We meet drivers. Charlie, they say, "Munga BBT say we my own up we you know." So I told him the first trip. So when I went, I was taking, you know, all the, you know, ride-hailing, you know, apps there, and then I was just checking why, talking to the drivers, how they are making money and stuff. And I found out that no, Uber was created in 2009 in San Francisco.
Okay.
Yeah, and
you really went to read and research
yeah,
about it.
you know, and I was like, if Uber was created at that time and 4 years near Ghana for Abesum say, you know, then it means it wasn't an easy journey, you know, to convince people. One, I would say that Uber's platform, and any ride like hailing app, Ghana, air foreigner, they did it for foreigners, you know, and that is why it's not, you know, in line with Ghanaian
business model.
Yeah, what am I saying? So we decided, like I've been cracking my brains. Anytime I have an idea, I tell him that. Yeah, so we're cracking our brains to like, how can we get a model that will suit the African market? You know, and basically we came to this conclusion by, you know, drivers subscribing to the app, you know, 20 Ghana cedi and work for 12 hours, no commission. At least with that, we believe the drivers can make some money. We believe the 20 Ghana cedi also come in. We can use that as a service charge for the app, so we can maintain the app growing. So basically, it was a brilliant idea that came to us, and we were even laughing one time that the way I pay cars and they said the cars in your business are like it'll be great, and we said no. See the idea we've even brought up. So now we don't even have to even buy those flashy cars and stuff like that. We can go into business with that and still make money to even buy it in future if you want to buy it. So that's the whole idea. That's why you see the instant cars because we have cars that you know we can say we want to buy new cars, but you want to show people how to maintain yourself and in business, you know. And because I've been telling people, he can buy a Lamborghini right now. Yeah, I can buy one right now, but the future, you know, maybe a Majesty, Moon Island, move and then I prepare more money. So basically, this app is a whole beautiful app for the African market that I believe now, as you're talking right now, we have over like 500 drivers, you know, that are live on our app, but we have 43,000 like drivers subscribe to the app, and we still keep like approving them because even when loading on documents, so we actually like, you know, scrutinizing, checking whose document is right and everything. So it's beautiful, and the drivers are subscribing, and you know, I just want to say a big thank you to them for also, you know, getting the model of the app, and you know, they're really enjoying it.
Okay, so the name Shagsy. I always say Ghana to you got Shaisy. Shaisy. How did the name come by? Dean is saying like Dean more coiny Dean.
So it's been a whole crack, like which word crack? Brain cracking. It's been a whole brain cracking. But must say, you know, and
Osancho bro for so go.
Yeah, but it's also up.
You don't know anywhere, man. The rest.
Cherry down with me.
Yeah, I know. I saw it.
Or not rapping.
Yeah. Top rapper.
Yeah. So it came with a few like brain crackings, you know, that how can we name this app, you know, and because Shatta is a household name, we felt the name has gotten this beautiful, you know, blessings from God. We just said, okay, so why don't we add, you know, Ghana, your friend taxi there, taxi, taxi in corner. So let's just make it known to them. We didn't want to make it a name that I know Ghanaians, you know, they didn't need it there. You understand me? So we just wanted to make it simple for everybody to get it. So we just added the.
So it's a combination of Shatta and taxi.
Yeah.
And a Shagsy.
Yeah. So at least it's still sinking to their minds that it's our same drop in our because the model itself comes with us, with our life, like African life, you know, like dropping. But you make that. So with Shagsy, it's the same way. You know, as a driver, you can control your app if the app is giving you problems. You can pick a passenger and say, okay, if your app no, if your network no, baby, I'm on and to them, I'm in doom no, but you let me go see you. Nice, humbly like that, because most of the drivers with the foreign apps, you can't even go off from it without, you know, explaining. Otherwise, you get blocked.
Okay.
You know, so that's the difficulties they found. Sometimes maybe they, you know, app developers feel maybe they have blocked their trip because by if they be on networking age, then he gets a glitch and you know before he realizes they block him that if you're our trip no he's, you know, cancelled his trip or something. But with Shaxi, you can go offline and have a conversation with your passenger.
Okay.
And you make the money for yourself. You don't give Shaxi anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see. Now let me go to medical. Now, Mr. Say, as a business advisor and a partner, business via a risk.
Yeah.
The time I Saturday too and him say, okay, I have this idea. How do we build on it now? What were some of the risks and our threats as a partner and be on a adreno and then how they buy? Did you guys consider the threats or some fears around the business in the investment you guys were going to do?
I mean, who's that? Every businessman there's profit and loss.
Exactly.
In every business, risk, there are a lot of risks involved. You get me? But you know the whole idea. They say it's an app, right? So what do we do with the app? We order rides, and then when the rides come, you say in the ride, you subscribe, you pay your driver, and like how Uber and other services work. You get me? But with Sharks, you know, drivers, you know, you just subscribe with 20 cedis. You get me? You go feel pause some anytime. You go feel time you have about on. We know about more minutes now run. You bet me soon anytime. You get me? Me say, oh, I mean, in as much as we be businessmen, we did try to make something out of ourselves. Then we are actually helping. So it was more, Sharks, you know, it was more of like bringing aid to the youth, to creating employment for the people in Ghana. You get me? So right now, no. We just did try and make everything work, you know, like the app said the national Shatta said we'll do app no boost out because we are not networking yet. So we are trying to create employment for the youth out here, you get me? So me or catch them in the me day say BB sample.
One ya fear be say where sold out. It's something that is going to sell.
Who say we did be understand the question. We say when was can you where Jimmy that? Like, sorry, excuse me.
No, that's a good question.
You get me? So if you know somebody a successful man like him is coming up with this idea, come on, the best person self will believe in it and then put something into it and then, you know, make sure it works. You get me? Because I mean, aside the fact that we go it be business and we go make some maybe generational or for whatever it can create, you know, we did create job opportunity for people because they be already didn't come out. Now say I don't catch and say, yo. But on the real, boys now more streets in the son. Your baby, your bosses, something small bosses of this small. I was here to me creative be more. Like say, if your government need to be in Siakrana, yeah, small, yeah, you walk around. How we will feel help them. And then he came up with this brilliant idea, Shaxi. And it's awesome. I have a lot of people that minimana in Juma be and Juma here some way be a copy on the app today. They are getting something out of it. You get it? So it's a very brilliant, you know.
I know you guys have friends in the industry, colleagues and media people and all. So far, business now must start, you know. Are you seeing love and support from your friends and colleagues?
I mean, sometimes I see some posts from here and there, like some of our colleagues too. You get me? I feel like, I mean, I don't even like pointing anybody else, but I just feel like, at this point, it's not even about it's an artist creating an app or it's an actress or a musician, whoever it is. Like, let's all support it. You get me? Because a lot of people, you know, post. Maybe I mention brands which say Uber or Yango, if you are almost kids near this, almost pictures like they post it and then you don't know them. You get me? Only momo, will be about this be something from your own country, man. You get me? Where we try, you know, make some youth and somebody way maybe it go through difficulty, you know, just hop on them and then make some money and survive on the side. So I just feel like everybody should support. We really appreciate people where they support from afar. Sometimes you don't even see them. You get me? But everybody, make everybody just support and then, you know, make it great. Yeah.
So Shatta, have you also been seeing your colleagues supporting, knowing that where you're young idea, this is a Ghana thing, this is a Shatta thing? Have you been seeing love and support from your people?
Yeah, you know, a couple of them, you know, I see. But basically, I think they themselves, you know, we want to also find time and move to them and, you know, tell them how the app model looks like. So at least they can also get it, you know, and support more, you know, because sometimes when they are far and, you know, we are doing it, they might see like oh, but you guys want us to support, but you know, you've not explained it to us and stuff like that. So we are trying to reach out. He's got like most of his colleagues that he's close to in the industry to support him. I mean, I believe everybody will support when at least we make an approach, you know, to them, and we are trying to, because from the beginning of this, we sat down and brought out an idea that we want to put, you know, Sakoli, Stumbo, everybody on board, at least for them all to be posting it for us, because this is for us, and when we win, you know, we'll get to a time that we don't have to even go and beg sponsors for shows again. You understand me? We can sponsor a whole Rapaholic show. We can sponsor a whole Beam Nation, Beam concert and stuff like that. We believe what we have created is something that even the government will be happy about. You know, because it's something that would ease stress from pressure now. Our system, because a whole lot of drivers are complaining, and when they are complaining, who do they direct it to? They direct it to the president. You understand me? So. I believe this is a space where we are trying to reach out to everybody. That's why we created awareness, you know, with the float activation, and we're also trying to see, say, you know, we can meet, you know, the other people that we have to meet, like our colleagues, you know, industry persons. We want to even have a press conference, but show lineup now December, when you know, but we will still do that, you know, but at least to explain it to everybody, you know, like he's saying, so that you know, you'll be proud of you knowing, you know, an app developer, an app owner, because it's very sad when I'm talking to most of the drivers in the WhatsApp group, and you know, they're like telling me their problems and stuff like that. And sometimes I tell them,
wait, you've created a WhatsApp of drivers. Hobby.
Yes, we have over like 700 drivers that I talk to them every day.
How?
so that is how come we got our first 100 loyal drivers.
No, I get and yes, oh, position now also now.
Yeah.
What time are you writing your song? What time are you producing your song? What time are you doing your shows? Like,
yeah, you know,
and talking to them.
Because I feel, I was telling him we had a plan that, okay, why don't you have a plan? And what came into our mind was a grassroots marketing plan, GRMP. You know, so we created that plan just to
marketing and things.
Yeah, I don't like that. You know,
GRMP.
Yeah,
grassroots marketing
plan. You know, and the grassroots marketing plan.
Shatta the marketing executive.
No, it's there. You know what we are saying? Like, you know, we create stuff that might look funny or might sound funny, but it works because right now, as I'm talking, we have over like 700 to 800 drivers.
So wait, you talk to them how? Every
day. I have drivers. You see all the drivers you see, like maybe from Osu, Madina, East Legon, La Paz, Kaswa, you know, Far Amasaman, all those drivers, I have them in a WhatsApp group that I've been talking to.
Yourself?
Yes, so my voice notes, you know, I could send some of it to you every day. You know, when certain things are like critical for me and I can't answer, I send it to him and he gives me an idea to give an answer to it, you know, because he's also in the group.
So your drivers also get an opportunity to interact with you directly?
Yeah.
Wow.
And he's in a group too. You guys have me? So like, it's just like we trying to get to the drivers, let them know that this is something for them. You know, we didn't come here to come and make money from them. We came here to show them the way.
Okay.
So they can live like, because, no, I mean, in America, drivers go on vacation. But drivers don't go on vacation. We have a long script that when I read to you, you're quiet. Because they are, you know, some of them say they are drivers in prison just because, you know, they violated, you know, blah, 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 all because of this ride-hailing service. There are drivers that sleep in their cars for 10 days. They don't go home. Some of them bath outside. It's crazy. You understand me? Some of them even don't eat good food. So they eat.
Because almost service cannot they
and the percentages are killing them. You understand me? But I would urge every driver to come on board because this is the app that is going to make you at least also bit me to your school fees kaka, bit me save kaka, maintain your life well as a transport service, you know, person, you know. So basically every day, I was on the WhatsApp group talking to them. So today we are elections because, you know, we have chambers of the drivers. You know, I've created like a whole 100, you know, loyal drivers, and you know, they are executives, which are 10. They're also in a WhatsApp group. And then many can say, I'm on your election, you know, for their president, vice president, the PR, you know, treasurer, you know. So that's the grassroots marketing plan. Because people are telling me, Shatta, but you have the media, you can do billboards. I tell them, yes, we've not gotten there yet. for now, I'm the only, person handling this thing. He's the board chairman who has injected a few funds into it. And we are trying to let people know that from our career, from the love we have from people, this is what we can bring to them. So basically, we are just hoping that at least an investor will come on board, inject some money into it for us.
So you still want more investors?
Yes, because the cost around it is crazy, Like to even run this whole app, with Google Map, the amount of money you be paying every month with the drivers we have on board is crazy.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, so every month we pay crazily, and that is why recently I plan to say, like, GRA, for them to help us, with our like auditing and stuff, because we want to start with them and work with them because we believe this is like a proper business for the country and we really want to get them involved so they can direct us with our funds and stuff like that.
Beautiful. So take me through the process from the driver's point and the passenger's point. If I said maybe or car, I want to use the Shaxi app. Take me through the process, the practical process, from where to where and son and make us say, okay, Menso and then I'm making money from Shaxi. How do you start if you are a car owner or a driver?
Okay, so for instance, if you're a driver, you just have to download the app from Google Play Store or the App Store.
That's the Shaxi app.
That is Shaxi app. You see the driver's app, which is a blue. It has a blue color.
That's the driver's app.
That's the driver's app. So when you download that, it takes you through like processes of you registering. So first, like your requirements, your license, your Ghana card. You take a selfie of yourself, and I think the insurance, as well. Then you pick the car that you're going to use on the app. So for instance, if you use a Toyota Vitz and a Toyota Camry, there are cars inside, we have a Range Rover, Benz, you can put it there. Then it takes you to another, point where you have to subscribe to the app. That is your 20 Ghana Cedi. That 20 Ghana Cedi gives you 12 hours on the app. 12 hours into minutes is 750 minutes. So when you get that 750 minutes, that is what you can start with to use on your app. So with that, like you're fully subscribed to the app, you just have to go online.
So just the app, after downloading and filling in your details, you just subscribe with 20 Ghana Cedis.
Yes. You'll be approved and you just move on and you start working.
Oh,
so your 12 hours doesn't end in a day. Your 20 Ghana Cedi expires within 7 days.
Okay.
So when you subscribe,
okay, I get it. Yeah. So your 20 hours, the bit me I say okay, and then me 2
hours.
2 hours, man.
Yeah.
So one be more. So next week when I be still.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh.
So that way it gives you that time for yourself. I said, what you do, officer, you are working at your own pace. Because most of the time with the other foreign apps, they tell you make 15 trips and get 50 Ghana Cedi. Recently, we were in a group and people were posting 400 Ghana Cedi and they were screaming, "It's coming now, your media, and was good."
Or subscribing with 20 Ghana Cedi.
20 Ghana
Cedi. Juma Enya 400.
And on the boy, Juma 3 hours. Was it trips no, back trips no. So, we checked the back end, so we're checking, and he was making trips.
But the 20 Ghana Cedis.
20 Ghana Cedis per. What must say? So, I'll urge every driver to come on board because I believe. Yes, the foreign apps are good, are perfect, but they are not for Ghana. They are not for Africa. So this is the type of app that will suit them, that will make them work comfortably. Because most of them are talking about range. Some of them are sleeping in their cars. And it's crazy. But we want to take them out of, that misery and, put them in a light that at least people will respect transportation business. Because in America, when somebody says he's a truck driver, he's respected in the community. You understand me? But here, Obika said, "Me drive articulator." So basically we want to project that thing, and we're also teaching our drivers how to treat the riders like kings and queens.
Okay.
You get a rider on board, how you talk to them, the driver you're dressing even, and at least what bomb perfume be kakra. So we are teaching them. Yes, we are trying to put the transport business into the new world.
Yeah.
At least so when drivers travel from Ghana to maybe Dubai, you won't see a driver and go like, "Hey, driver, big man, they don't get big man.
He's making enough.
Yeah,
profits.
and the model is working for the whites. So this is something that is going to work for us too. So basically I will urge everybody to come on. But then, like I said, with this kind of app, there's no way you're going to lose when you have your minutes running. And we are giving like bonuses to the drivers too as well when you work more and stuff like. But with the riders, you download your app.
So now you are done with how a driver can start working on
yes,
it. Now how about the other friend passenger?
Okay.
Process. Right on our friend riders, I get it.
But Ghana the passenger. So passengers no. Passengers no. Yeah. So with the rider app, you go to the same Google Play Store, App Store. You download it and then you fill in your requirements. But the main requirements we are looking for on the riders app is your Ghana card.
Okay.
Yeah, because that is very important to us. At least so we can know,
who you are
and stuff like that. So that is
in terms of any accident or something getting missing.
And we actually too when you register some social other apps. So to me register cassava, plantain, driver copy cube, and then the panachua.
As Nadine.
We want to choose for we want the riders to show our drivers some security effect. And recently in our group page, one guy was saying, Shatta, you have to check your security. I said, everybody that knows me knows my security comes first when it comes to anything. Before we built the app, you asked him something. He told me much things that we could do around the security side of the app. And we've secured that already.
Okay.
We want to be transparent to everybody and let everybody know that we came to help.
Okay.
We didn't just come to let people know that this is medical and Shatta and we've done something, but this is to help the society, this is to help the community. We want to do a whole lot of things, but I believe this is one of the main things that it will affect people, like it will get to people. So basically our security side of the app is this, so you rider can fill in any information when you're a rider, and because as Mineo was saying, you're screening more of those types. So if you see a name that is not filled well, the call center calls you, to tell you that you have to fill it well. Otherwise, maybe some music app now, you should let us know. So basically, we are checking all those things so that at least when you call a driver, we're home picture, we're home team, to show some respect, because most of the drivers too are grown-ups and want to keep them like that.
Mature people.
Yeah, apart from that too, most of them get rights that they get robbed. Some of them get stabbed. We've heard stories so much about them working for these foreigners, but with Shaxi, we want to make our security so firm that people will understand that this is our own, so we'll respect it and we'll support it. Yeah.
Wow, solid. Now what you have to do is to look for your phone, either iOS or Android, and look for the app. Just go to the Play Store and look for the app Shaxi for riders and for drivers. You can get what you want, which one that you are very comfortable with, so you can also start making money, because we are talking about money making here, and Shatta, Wale and Medical making this possible for everybody to run into this. Now Shatta, look on my screen for me. Who say, I say, Tom petrol, say, check petrol. What exactly were you doing? Now you're doing.
Okay, so this was.
And I got chocolate car and I must be a man. I say.
I mean, the concert. I don't know. Be all Tom petrol now. I just go kind outside. So, first of all, we would like to say a big thank you to Madam Helen Chairman Singh. The Southern sector. Boss herself. She's the woman behind me, and
she's the one in the video.
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's Gold Ghana Limited, and when you say Gold Ghana Limited, it's a good energy.
Yeah.
They have the best fuel, in town, and the best oil, to change your car. Yes, I know Kojo King is laughing at me, but I'll get him after this program. So basically, we approached Gold, told them, wanted to. Surprise our 100 loyal drivers that have been on the app, for the past 1 year. And, on the 8th of that day, that was 1 year for Shaxi.
Okay.
So we decided to move to the Gulf filling station to fill in, their tanks for them. So each driver got 300 Ghana cedi, fuel.
Oh, really?
Yeah, paid and sponsored
by
God supported, but yes, so God supported it. And Madam Helen has been so instrumental in this for us. She's been supportive, with all these activations that we did. And I'll just say a big thank you to her, because all this, pictures and videos that we are seeing was supported by the Ghana company itself. And we just want
So
to
more or less like some business partnership with Goyle.
Yes, because we want our drivers, to get the made in Ghana effect. Shaxi is made in Ghana, Gore is made in Ghana. It's a Ghana company, so we believe we just want to get them affiliated, so at least drivers can get some discounts. As I'm talking to you today, I've even gotten some coupons that I need to give to my drivers because they'll be doing some activations from Accra Mall to Legon to Medina.
Oh, okay.
So basically, Gore has been so effective for us. And that's why you see me, filling in cars for the drivers, giving them some souvenirs as well from Gore. Yeah.
Now, suppose you not such a thing.
I said, you can't. Yeah, I'm a happy boy. Sometimes I just want people to know that, even though I'm crazy small,
I know.
You can't, but
I know. So MDK, being one of the investors in this business, sometimes you guys wish for government support in some ways. Ebia Sanka by Ministry of Transportation and BB na Biambe from. So these are celebrities in Ghana, and this is the business you are doing. Ebia more ben put na muhia na ka ba bisa mo say more ben na muhia na mo business nya kese na to employ more people. Do you wish sometimes you get some support like that?
I mean, yeah, it would be nice because Shaxi is a baby business. You get me? It's now growing, and then like I said earlier. We are trying to create employment for the youth and people will look at jobs and things for the country. So obviously if the government, the big man, president, government officials who also come inside and any way they will feel support, make the business also go on very well, swiftly, and that it will make sense. We will really appreciate it because we are not doing it just for ourselves, we are doing it for the country as well. You get me? So it will be very useful.
Yeah. Do you feel fulfilled that nyum sika onya o dia share business mu ama obi so nya juma? Do you feel fulfilled? Sometimes down there bia who say I'm for ye juma. How do you feel for yourself?
Me nipa bia obi ani gia na me ni gi o.
That's right.
Yes, I mean who's obi ani gia and no ma me ni gi because I mean of what shall we profit if we have a lot of money stacked in the bank or at our homes, and then we are seeing people around suffering and then asking for help and begging. It would be nice to see everybody happy. So maybe I pull up, you also be a pull up, you also be street boy, or be any anchi, or be a yena juma, be answer corner know what I say. So it would be nice to see it that way.
That is the story of Shaxi. Shatta, what finally can you send out to those who would want further information? Is there a number? Is there an office? Is there an email? Obi person or be further information? After here, what should they do?
Well, what I can say is that we have all our pages on social media. That you can contact us. There are a whole lot of numbers, from the call centers, on our social media pages. So basically, check Shaxi official GH, on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, everywhere. You send us a message, we get back to you. If you want to get our lines to you, can go to www.shaxigh.com. That you can get our contact lines from there and also get on board. If you are somebody that has cars and wants to, bring it, on board, we have an agency.
As in, you mean car dealers?
Yeah, like car dealers that you want maybe to bring your cars on board for Shaxi. Maybe you want to sell your cars and you're finding difficulty to sell it. We have drivers,
that cars.
Yeah, cars. So if you bring it, we can have a negotiation with you, and the drivers can do a work and pay.
Oh, okay.
So you can just get your money back.
Yeah, I think I like this point because I've seen people ask and say, how about Abia Onika, but Peso Yebi? Any assistance for them? And I think this point will do it. Say Abia Obiwo or a car dealer or carport or cars be you see, I'm not for this cars. You can bring it to Shaxi, have a deal with them. Our more pet drivers when my work and pay amount.
By next year, July, we'll be running our premium, level of Shaxi in terms of bringing like executive cars and stuff. So we are talking to a few companies outside Ghana, and a few, dealership here, So and we believe by July.
What is executive cars? What do you mean?
like the like Shaxi Premium, Shaxi SUVs,
Oh,
luxury
okay.
cars.
But if some call America, and now be Uber order mine. Can you buy a Lincoln Navigator?
Yeah.
Or bring the pack here no friend. I'm not GH Cocoon now. Or pack here a friend of says, "Are you Sam?" Or no, the dinner. And I'm saying, "Yeah, I'm Sam." Obi says, "Yeah, the Uber is for him." Say Uber. You know, that was a Lincoln Navigator.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying this for a joke.
Yeah.
Kwaku GH can confirm this.
Yeah.
Lincoln Navigator.
Yeah.
Kessia black is your. I see Uber.
Yeah.
I never believed it.
Yeah.
It's your good and yes, just America they all know. And really and truly, it was the Uber for us.
That is the standard we want to bring here.
So when you say the executive car, that's what you want me.
We want to bring like the SUVs, like Shaxi has a whole lot of package. We can't say everything here, but we want to get the drivers respected, in society as well, because when I make an Ghana driver to me go minister, but what must say? But we want to create that point where a minister will see this is a hard-working man. Driver, what see me feel, or driver, he's not going to take a day or two. It's going to take years to build that. But I'll urge all the drivers to come on board and have that experience of making your own money, and splitting your own money yourself. So at least you know that a Jumawa we and be an amount of pressure. And guess I won't sorry now. When you said today I have to do 17 trips to make a 200 Ghana city. You can make a 200 Ghana city within 2 hours if you have riders calling in and you are good.
That's very good. I'll ask Medical this question as well. Say, sometimes when people see you on TV and maybe on stage, they think, you just want to entertain people, and that's what you guys are interested in. Time been a switching from being entertainment people or entertainers into business guys, because and come on, Moody, this is top level business now. Moody, at what point I'm switching from being that boy on the stage jumping and throwing himself to fans to sitting down at a round table and breaking or cracking your brains for these kind of business concepts?
I mean, I think it's part of life. You get me? Life, there were time behind it. Yeah, oh yeah, what I say. Like you have time to play and time to work. You get me? We believe it, and you know, all those entertainment, like we are singing, maybe we are jumping, we are dancing around. We are easing off pressure or stress from the minds of a lot of listeners or fans out there. Do you get what I'm saying? So when it comes to that, there's time for that. But when it comes to business, before sit down and then be serious about it and crack our brains or minds around it to make it work or to position it in the right place or state. You get what I'm saying? So. I think it's a very special skill, but it's normal.
Yeah, I know. And I know Shatta, for instance, so many people will be surprised because they see you to be that guy who is loud and always chasing people out. And and they business, business. I know.
Yeah, we last time I was telling you something. What we want them to see is what we are making them see.
Yeah. What you want people to see
that's what
you are making them see.
What I don't want you to see, you will never see it. Like I know some bones here have sex, but they will never see it because that one, me yenyama. So much bread. Yeah, you know me. I'm like real like that.
Yeah, I know.
Sometimes, I just want to let people know that. You see, people use their eyes to think where we find ourselves, but they forget that there's a mind that thinks for us, and the eye doesn't see until the mind sees it.
Yeah,
the eye only watches and gives us that vision, but the mind sees it first. For instance, when somebody gives you a phone right now, you're looking at the phone, it's the mind that is telling you that because the mind is seeing it. This thing is good though. So our eyes, people watch me and they feel I'm rowdy, I don't respect, I talk by heart, but I'm doing entertainment. If Basket Mouth can come and do a show here and say, don't be a fool. But if I say, don't be a fool, then I don't be a fool. No, I'm doing entertainment business. Entertainment is a whole package. I can come one day and decide that I am singing like Bobo Kala. Everybody should accept it. because I am trying to create something that I'm thinking might work. You know, but people don't understand it here like that. They see entertainers like we are not serious. We like smoking. We like drinking. We like girls. You know, we don't have time for ourselves. You know, we bond by heart. You know, the bonding there, and what again? You know, we are rascals. You know, and we are bam boys. You know, that's why most of the big men in the country, when they see me different. Because when I'm talking to them about business, they see me and say, ah, Shatta. Hey, are you the person talking like this? What I'm doing is entertainment. So the moment you catch feelings, that's why most people are catching feelings to my stuff, and I've gone out of it, and now I don't even want to. You know, I was telling him recently, he was like telling me, yo bro, JJC the hits, JJC the go on. He watched it from 6,000
to 50K.
To 50K
on TikTok.
On TikTok. Yes, I mean, and he kept telling me, I told him, no, I mean, the way that people, they don't understand the entertainment here. Anything you say, they want to play with it. They want to, you know, so I just want to get into myself. And this is my world. Like, I'm so inclined to business. Like, when it comes to, like, making money, not that I'm greedy that I want to make money, but I'm greedy for success. You know, I want to beat success. I want success to know that whatever Mark Zuckerberg have done or Bill Gates have done or Jeff Bezos, yes, we can also do it. And me meeting him like was my spiritual helper. You know, he's better than any malam. Please, even one of the malam does him is here. He's better than any malam in the world. You understand? And he's been giving me that energy to do it. No, Donnie, you can do it. No, let's push it. So basically, I just urge everybody to just know that yes, in confirm with me, say Shatta de Okaza by heart, Okaza say, but the brains I have, I need help. And these are the kind of people that help me. Because I'm not that strong to say, you know, I can do everything by myself. So this is where they need to know that this is a different species they are dealing with, and they should just study me and follow what I'm doing, because I want to make everybody happy. You know, likewise, we want to make everybody happy in the country, but it's like they're watching us. You know, if you have it tonight, my chef me. Then I'm here fruit. My chef bling.
Because that man who blinks back.
Age man. Also, office. You have to be official. You know. You see, I'm married. Daniel, I shout out to Quad. I like that. So basically, we are working with time, and I believe this is the right time for us to push this to the people.
Wow. That's solid. So let me find this out finally now and move on to other businesses. Is Shaxi operating only in the Greater Accra region, or the rest of the regions have it too?
No, Shaxi is nationwide. It's just that people have not gotten the education, you know, towards it. So we are trying to stretch our wings out there, you know, get to. So right now, where we are getting to is Kumasi and Takoradi. You know, we are talking to, you know, drivers there. We are trying to create that WhatsApp group page too. So we're talking to officials from Kumasi and Takoradi, and it's going to be beautiful when they understand the model. You know, every driver will be happy around it. So it's nationwide. Yeah.
Beautiful. So, Ebia, and now share now, Bobby Castle, Ben, you might think as a new there, Koshi, for Juma, and you there, you'll be on your night, so bedball in a serious life. I'm sure this will give you a different meaning. Listening to these guys talk, I'm not feeling like these are the guys who are on the stage. I'm feeling like I'm in some business conference or something. Like a serious music business. And I want to say shout outs to Shatta, Wale and Medical for this initiative.
Thank you.
Ghanaians, as Ghanaians, we can only support this and make it happen like we have always been doing. Beautiful. Now, to other conversations. MDK, how busy are you this season? Christmas, how busy are you?
Very busy.
Very, very busy. Extremely busy. Extravagantly busy. Gigantically busy. Enormously busy.
Hey, I got your words.
All the big words you can think of. I mean, I have a couple of shows. I have a lot of shows. On the 17th of December, I will show with Wado at Chris Lounge.
Yeah.
And then should I announce the other one?
Hey, you come there.
I will leave for. I mean, we have a lot of shows. You know, I know they feel a lot of most of the dates. There are so many shows from now till 2023.
Shows are booked. I see. The one at Grace Lounge, let's go into it. What is that show called? When you say Chris Wade, your godfather. Shout out to Chris Wade.
No, that's our president.
Oh, that's your president.
His Excellency.
His Excellency will greet you.
His Excellency Chris Wade. Oh, I see.
He's been supportive, you know.
I know. What is that show about? What's the name of the show? How is it going to be like?
So it's AMG Connect concert. It's happening live on the 17th of December at Inside Greens Lounge.
That's Tema, right?
Yeah, that's Tema. It's a free show actually.
Oh.
But you know, it's happening live at the premises of Greens Lounge. So you get to book a table and stuff. And you can see the show going on as well, even when you're inside. So you can book your section, your tables. You can come with your friends, your girls, your family. Just come witness the show, or you can just come, just rave with us in the crowd, and just experience, you know, a very wonderful show.
Okay. So beyond you and Chris Wade and maybe Shatta Wale, are there some of your friends coming to perform on the 17th at the Greens Lounge?
Yeah, there are loads of acts coming through. And most of my colleagues are coming. It's gonna be fun, you know. It's not gonna be just performance. It's gonna be a lot of things. It's gonna be party and things. We want to do something different on that day. So the people are, and they're happy for Tema. You know, a lot of people are coming from other regions too. So, you know, just come through, have fun. You know, let's catch a vibe and just chill.
That's the AMG Connect. AMG Connect concert. Greens Lounge 17th December. Surely we have to be there. Christmas no na start here. No. Shatta, how about you? How busy are you? And how there? Why Shag? Oh yes, Shag's in quarantine. What would you be here?
Yeah, in December, you know, I'm busy me a Shag, but the way the bookings are coming, I'm even tired. No, because I'm hearing like, you know, because this Friday I even have a show, like, you know, Saturday with him, you know, 20 something Afrochella, you know, we have to do some 20 something too. We have break home, you know, January, you know. January 2nd, I think I have break home. 8th, I have another side. Or 8 to something.
No, sir.
And me too, I want to go and perform at Diasa. Diasa people to have come as well. I'm going to get a big nash Diasa. Like, you know, but it's coming. Like, you know, so we're going to put our lineups up. Yeah, you know, we have some appearances we have to do, you know, somewhere to. So it's crazy for us, like, and it's beautiful.
I saw a fan post a comment that. Because Shatta is on Afrochella, all the VIP tickets are sold out.
Wow.
And how does it make you feel? Because I know, say, initially, you were not announced as part of the performance. Your name came in maybe the second phase of the performance. How do you feel that when your name came up, it looks like the noise and the buzz is even becoming bigger the more?
You see, they say the horse that run fast, if you don't want you, they bet for back. You understand me?
I don't understand that.
When you go to risk score, and you hear that Sammy Flex runs faster than all the horse. Bet on Sammy, because that is the horse that runs fast.
Okay,
because what I just want to say is that I believe I've done a couple of great works in the country, but people still are doubting, you know, the power I have, you know, in quotes when it comes to showbiz. You know, I don't think I have any power extraordinary than, you know, maybe the president of Ghana or the whole Africa or something. But I believe the power I've created within showbiz comes with love. Anytime I'm on stage, I want to entertain. And that's what the fans want. You know, so basically, you see him, like, he likes entertaining. Like, recently we went to Atlanta, he was on stage, you know, sometimes the fans love us for us being real. You know, so I want to tell people that when I'm on a show in Ghana, it's a sold out. Yeah, there's no way that, because that's what I'm saying. I've been telling people the media has tried to like misinterpret, you know, saying things. You know, when I say the media, if it's not like my journey, so they've created that picture that, you know, Shatta Wale can't, you know, Shatta Wale won't, he won't survive, he won't. I've completed the course. I said this thing 3 years ago that I've completed Ghana music. You know, that I really want everybody to understand that if they respect that, we are all going to enjoy something good. You know, in terms of, if you understand, when Shatta comes to the stadium, he sells out the stadium, like hands down. It's like fancy Ghana, mean, Tamale that will say, if you don't call out you, they're not going to come. And first thing I will tell you.
Yeah.
And not that he's bragging. He has a relationship with the people there. What relationship does Medical and Shatta has with the people on the streets of Accra? That makes them so lovable that when they come on stage, the fans want to come. It's a relationship. Most of the artists don't have that.
Yeah.
You know, so basically, I just want people to understand that when I'm on a show and you are hearing tickets being sold out, it's not like hype. Sometimes I feel I even help the show too much.
Yeah.
And the money sometimes I charge, I go like, but they say it's too much. So now I'm even coming down.
You are coming down. You are reducing your charges.
And because I finished the school and they always want me to come and lecture.
Okay.
So sometimes if you are going to like could you king like this, if you call me for sure like this, will you? Would you remember? You know, because I feel what I want to do with music, I've done it. You know, like a man will grow up and want to educate himself, work, make money, marry, you know, buy a house, you know. But me, I've done too much. So sometimes when I feel like, okay, let me just mellow for the end. And Shaxi too is also giving me that feeling to work more. So I'm just seeing this like, we can make some money and even nurture new talents, you know, bring them up, you know, whilst we make money and support. Because I believe Shatta has made that name that has been household, and people shouldn't forget that. You know, anytime you know you take Shatta's name out of any show in Ghana, you have questions.
No Wale, no show. The fans have been saying
it's an anthem. Shatta Wale is always right. You know, like what they say, they both say, but what do you mean? It's not. No. When it comes to music in Ghana, I am right forever and ever.
Amen.
Jesus' name.
Shatta Wale. So your good friend Burna Boy is also on Africhella. Are you guys performing your song?
Yeah, I heard this one. You know, it's going to be a beautiful show. So far as Burna is on. Burna has been our guy. This is a Burna, you know, one or two sides, you know, but it's just, you know, it's still my G, you know. I know, right? It's going to be beautiful in Ghana, you know. Burna, I'm
Will you guys performing Hallelujah? What is that song called? Hosanna, yeah.
You know, that everybody in the lane. I want to move in my lane, you know. Okay. Burna is like he will forever be my brother. You understand me? Because I have like special moments I've spent with him. It's just that he listened to a group of people who left me and told him something, and it's no problem, you know. In life, you know, we all like learn from stuff. I mean, I don't know what I'll do to a brother, you know. I love my brothers, you know, so I believe Africhella is going to be a beautiful show. I think the fans are going to support him, and myself, you know, the other one they came, you know, they play him every time from my car.
Which song?
That song I do for my car.
Whose song? Burna Boy song?
Burna Boy song.
Igbo and
Shy. Yeah, we don't do snap with it, but we are not going to
Igbo and Shy. What is Igbo? You mean last?
Underground first,
Last. You didn't like last?
You know what I support? No, it's good music. I love it. So it's gonna come. It's gonna be a wonderful show on the Africhella show. You know,
If I'm talking about last, when Cash Out came out, there were comments like Shatta in this song sounded like Burna Boy on Last. And I don't know how you responded to such claims from people.
But if you have seen two people that are brothers and one is singing like the same, have you seen a family that they don't look alike? He's my brother. So if you have sung and I've sung, you play left and I play right, it's music. Yeah, Brett. No, how do you want to call me? Like, there are a whole lot of artists in Ghana who are singing like somebody.
Yeah.
People are not blaming them. Me that me have a brother. That I'm singing like my brother. You are singing like, well, me too. Oh man, I don't know.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we can't say now.
People don't know what entertainment is. See what I'm saying? And it looks nice like that. That is me. You know, so me when people are comparing me and things like that, I go like, you know how happy that you're comparing me. It's good you've gotten the idea. Yeah, because we're doing music, and in which way I might sound like somebody one day, or I might look like it, but it's music. We just have to support. Nigerians, P Square started doing sampling. Ghanaians were dancing to it. Nobody has even said, oh no, but this song sounds like Osha. This song like they know, but they won't come and say, but their own brother, they want, and you don't mind them. Even in the street, they don't say that too. It's that 3-4 people. I say you have to even sit down so that those gatekeepers, they have to vote. We have to see who is the president, because every day gatekeeper. We have not seen the gate and the key. You know, that side has to. And that's why some of us, we are in the industry and we just want people to know that let's do things right. Okay. So that at least when Shatta has a problem, there is a gatekeeper president. There is a gatekeeper vice president. But not any young boy will come, no, then they will come and also sit, then they want to. Sammy, I know you from Dansoma, doing Flex newspaper. No be today. Yeah. The things you have done with my career, that's why I'm even sitting here today. So I'm even shocked that you're still looking young. Because Sammy winning power. 96 there, 96.
Shatta, if I'm 96, then you are 78.
At least. At least we are colleagues. At least. You know, because no, the kind of work you've done in the industry and the people you've trained, like, those are the things we need to look at and say, okay, can Sammy Flex be the president of the gatekeepers of the country? I swear, these things will make the government come close to us. But today, this person will go and represent gatekeeper, another person will go and represent gatekeeper, another person will go and represent gatekeeper. They don't have gloves. So if somebody plays short, who is going to catch? Gatekeeper.
Because they don't have gloves.
They don't have gloves. And even if you're a gatekeeper, you don't. Okay, let's forget about gloves. Let's even talk about gatekeepers who are welders and they don't have the machine to weld. Gatekeeper. You are working with metal. You don't have a welding machine. Yes, we don't know who is the head gatekeeper in Ghana. Everybody is a gatekeeper, and we have to. Kojo King, please check that thing. You are the IGP for Ghana music. So please check that thing. So, thank you very much.
Maybe we give the president to Makokra Kumante. Since he is the deputy.
No, Makokra Kumante is okay, but you see, sometimes let us know that now Abedipele is not playing Black Stars anymore. We like to keep gatekeepers who we want. They will score us. They will score us. Let's look for the young chaps. Like we have people like we have this boy on Twitter, Jai Jimmy. Kali J. Kali J is doing some beautiful work that is. Oh, let's call Kali J and call some one or two people and let's call. Okay, so now because some flex experience and this. Okay, so let's do. So we have a president. Musica can be there, fine. America, they don't have maybe ASCAP alone, EMI, some sense. You know what I'm saying? So when there's a meeting, they are like, I just been shared here, but here we always say gatekeeper, and I wonder who bought the land. To build a gate, you know. So basically, we should just check those things. Right? That will also help us.
So we are about to hear that big announcement Shatta Wale talked about earlier when he posted on his social media timeline that big announcement this evening. What is that announcement? But before we do that, yesterday on my show here on this same platform, CTV Class Showbiz, most of my pundits commended you for something you just did recently. Our Kobo show Sierra Leone class, okay, as someone who has been around doing this and that, Okobo show up as a entertainment journalist so they can go with you and report what you are really going to do there. Some motivation and so send it by because it is not something we see often. Say artist Kobo show abroad also were five journalists in Kwan too. At the accounts of Munkonom report too. And not for baby Boabaso and Ranso. How did you come by that motivation?
Well, I feel there's a time what we've got into right now and how the work has been. I believe if I start here and say, if I promote a bit to music, I think deep into it because I have boys I need to take care of, families I need to take care of. But I think me and my team has all grown like together to come and understand that, you know, certain things has to be done well. You know, like for instance, if Black Stars are going to play ball, they get sponsorship from the government, you know, with the media team, you know, a couple of people and stuff like that. But we don't get that support from the government. And how can we make our voices heard, like, you know, to the government for them to see that we are doing a serious work? By us sacrificing. I believe in sacrificing a lot. I was telling somebody that those people who go to Malam to go and sacrifice chicken, that Malam should do something for them. The Malam will cut the chicken. It's the chicken that is sacrificing. It's not you. So the blessing, if you want Pajero, the chicken will get the Pajero. Buying the chicken will. Thank you. Let's continue the thing. So I've decided that I will sacrifice my career anytime I have a show to get 3 or 4 journalists. Because I feel maybe the media feels that we feel so pompous to pump in money into where they are. And I want to pump money there. I want to make sure like I move with journalists properly, you know, they get best of treatment, we travel to other countries with my own paid show money, not with any other person's money. I don't care if I get 100,000 and I have to put $50,000 into it. because this trip we even made to Sierra Leone. If I convert it to Ghana city, it's into billion. You understand me? But I had to do it with my team, and they understood me. You understand? We have to build it because the CV will be nice when they see SME Flex. Because this is an experienced journalist who has a team of people who are, you know, inclined towards the business they are doing, and they are doing it very well. So basically, I believe these are one of the things we'll be doing. He's also like building that, you know, and that's what we said we're gonna be doing, because we feel God has been so good to us that, like he said, like, what shall it profit a man, you know, that you have everything.
The neighbor is crying.
You understand me? So basically, what we've got into, it's not now that I want to buy a cement bag and saying, hey, God has taken me out of. I'm not saying people are buying, they can buy it now, but God has been so good to us that we need to reach out, and we want to work professionally, because we've seen the industry that most people, you know, have not gotten this opportunity, and want to project that direction, so that any artist coming up to won't say, oh, why you like you feel comfortable. You can sacrifice those things just for the media to also help to get that numbers that you want. Because I believe all my numbers I get on my social media pages are organic numbers. I don't buy views, I don't buy anything. And how can I multiply it? I can multiply it with the help of people like you who understand showbiz and who can write my stories well. Because most of my stories on Google, sometimes when you check it, it's very sad. I'm reading something like Shatta Wale thief. Because you know when we even did the Shakti activation, I've been watching you to somewhere. Oh, Shatta, wait there, say 1 week, I know I giant. Oh, somebody has put plenty dollars in business. This is all you can say as a media person. No, we need to change that. So at least we getting ourselves closer to the media, building a relationship. At least most of them will see the direction, and certain statements and, you know, utterances will stop, because you put a certain statement out, somebody see medical as a rascal. Medical hold girl but us in a club. No, you don't have to write caption like that. What caption is it? Oh, medical had a nice party, at a nightclub, and it helped, you know, a young boy who was at least that one said we look good. But us, so we just want to project that, you know, beautiful relationship between artists and media, so we can get it.
And we are grateful, myself, Roland Amate, and the whole CTV, that is Class Showbiz crew, as well as Sammy Flex TV crew. We are grateful. The experience was beautiful. Said no, you can't be brave, and you guys really got it, so there is no need to believe at that point again. Now let's go for that big announcement. What is the big announcement Shatta Wale posted about when he shared the flyer of Medical and himself on this show today? They said a big announcement. So Shatta and Medical, over to you guys. What is that big announcement you guys talked about?
So TV so I'm cheap too.
Yeah, I'm a fighter.
Yeah, sure, TV so obra. So ladies and gentlemen,
yeah, we are waiting.
Can
continue.
Okay, so, you know, we always we want to give back to society. And we felt the fans have been so supportive to us in terms of our streams, you know, our shows and stuff like that. So we've decided that we're gonna do this annually and do it properly. You know, I remember when we went to jail and we came back. You know, we decided from jail that we wanted to put this whole act out there. It was beautiful on the 25th. So this 25th of December, we are doing a remix of Freedom Wave.
A remix?
Yeah, at Accra Sports Stadium again. And close 10 in the morning.
Hey. No, can you? I want to listen.
This 25th of December, we are doing a remix with the fans at the stadium of the Freedom Wave concert. And close 10 a.m. in the morning.
Remix edition.
Why? What time are you starting to be closing at 10 a.m.?
They are starting from 4:30 in the afternoon.
And you close the next day?
26, Boxing Day.
10 a.m.
Yeah, we want to fight from morning.
So I have this question. In the industry, topic I discussing right now in our industry, the fact that Whiskey tried filling the Accra Sports Stadium, and of course we all know the story. The fact that he did not even show up, the fact that when Timmy and Philly and Yankami Empo, today you and Medical are here telling us you are going to do what Napoleon could not do.
Napoleon Oh no, but you know, let's say, like, you know, a big like kudos to Whiskey. You know, Whiskey is, you know, a household name when it comes to like world, you know, music and stuff like that. But I believe whatever happened was for God to decide.
All right, so we'll hold on for me. So officially, this is the concert Shatta Wale is talking about. As you guys can see, you guys can yes, you can bold it. As you guys can see on your screen, Shatta Wale Medical Freedom Wave concert, and they say it is the second edition at the Accra Sports Stadium, and ticket details will be out soon. But the conversation I have in the studio is say, who can fill the Accra Sports Stadium? At the time, Obiakas Whiskey by Wentimimpo, showing code they were motion or say by the crowd Nisha because sending no open when ya. Yadanyane ya Shatta some announcement. The announcement is that what Napoleon could not do. He and Medical, they have done something like that before. We'll be talking about that. So, Shatta, the conviction that Obi antimi nye na ne mo catch the whole Ghana say mo ba be no. Yet said the last year mo ye no ana this time around Accra Sports Stadium na 360. Mo ye ni na mo ye half because kojo dey o ye half because the one fail it one for Accra Sports the one fail. Which one are you guys doing? And I know Medical also answer that.
Who fail half tank craft fail Maybe get me. You know, basically what we want to say is that when we do stuff like this.
Okay, so guys, let me have last year's, that's the first Freedom Wave concert. Let's see some of the pictures from there. Nothing share this year, the person you know, knowing that industry the conversation and say Obi try went to me and but almost we want to challenge the status quo. We want to do it. Yes, Shatta, you were talking about how to do it.
You see, what I want people to know is that we shouldn't like play with numbers. Like I said, he doesn't play with numbers, and that's what I like about him. I'm good at mathematics, but I'm not too good at mathematics. You know me? But he calculates in a certain way that I don't even understand. What I just want to say is that what we did last year at the stadium is every artist.
And this is the crowd. Yeah. Look at it, the numbers.
Yeah.
So huge. I was there myself.
Yeah. It's every artist's dream.
Of course.
You know, to get that. You understand me? I believe, you know, companies will pay huge sums of money to get a crowd lineup like this for a beautiful concert. But this is the love the street shows us every day. That is why we don't turn our back on the street when we're on the street. Because anytime we want to do something, so I mean, it's not our mind to. Let me give you an example. So Mensa Otabe will do a show at the Accra Sports Stadium. He has a whole team, management. They are doing things. They are working, bringing buses here and there. This is Shatta Wale and Medical, who has fans that, hey, if you Medical, they will go rent bus. We will go. Hey, we will go support. These are die-hard people. These are people that have listened to our songs and they feel like, no, you can't tell us nothing. We love these people. So all you sing at the stadium is love. We have relatives in there. We have families in there. We have boys that we've slept in their rooms in there. We have boys that used to drive us in their cars in there. Like people have our stories in there. So all those people that you see at the stadium are like family members. So we don't stress to even get these numbers to come to the stadium.
Okay.
This show, I think we put out a flyer a week before the show.
Yeah. I remember.
We didn't do radio promo. We didn't do TV promo. We didn't do billboard because we don't get money like that. We don't get money. That's why we are trying to do business. Yeah, maybe people will see that. Yes, we have money like that, but we don't have money like that. The money that you think that we have it like that, we don't have it like that. So please don't do like that. Otherwise, I won't like that. You know, so basically, it's something we want to have a remix with the fans, and people should not get this wrong. Like, we are not doing this because of Wizkid's show. We are doing this because we have a certain connection with our fans and want to do this annually. Last year when I was on stage, I said it. We're going to do this again. You understand me? One went to jail. The number of people that posted us, you know, we had fans. Even our relatives didn't post us like our fans. Free Shatta, free medical, free Shatta, free MDK. It was all over. You understand me? So we believe this is just a story for us to tell. You know, anytime it's 25th, you know, we have like artists passing through. If they want to pass through, we want to show love to everybody. So basically, that's why you see a crowd like this, and you see like, how did they do it? We are not Bank of Ghana that we took money and put it in something like this. It's just something small from the shows we get, our hustle, and we put up something like so. If we want to feel it, the Accra Sports Stadium, we can feel it too. But when we feel it, they should say we have feel it, because Charlie, it's not easy to do the act. I'm not messing with that. So this December, if in Jesus' name, the fans can come and clear the other side. Thank you, Charlie.
No, so let's get it right.
Yeah.
Are you doing a 360 kind of show this time?
Sammy, we want to invite everybody this December to come and enjoy Christmas with us.
Because no Ghanaian artist has been able to do what you are talking about now.
Because the fans are not right. The fans, it's kind of right. Because you can do a show, but you still get it in the act. Because the stage now, because who miss us, you see that stage they put up for Wizkid? Yeah, that's the whole high budgeted stage. You understand me? And sometimes we want stages like that too, but the money, if you're going to ask me $800,000, something you go for free. Kwame, if you know Kwame have something, but Kwame, you know, so basically we are just trying to let people know. No, we have like fans that love us, and we just want to get close to them every year. And this is a celebration that we can have with them every time. You know, so the Freedom Wave concert is, you know, where they fought for our freedom for us. They felt, oh, Shatta, you know, okay, fine, watch on Masun Kakra with their own religion, own mind. And government was so lenient to us, you know. Here we are, you know, enjoying life beautifully, and everything is done, you know, beautiful. So this is a concert that I believe that if this year the fans get the picture right, we can make a 360.
Wow.
You understand me? If they get a picture
now,
right.
now, Medical, does it not scare you? Because like I just said, and they will call all the entertainment platforms. We are discussing Wizkid not being able to film, and because of that show across some of you. Now you too, you're saying you want to do it, and even do it ×2 what you did last year to get us that feeling of Accra Hasselfolk and Kotoko kind of match feeling. Does it not scare you?
Not at all. That's I mean, nothing is scary for this life.
I swear, man, I forget something.
I mean, nothing is scary. You know, we want to put up a very great show. You get me? We want to make everybody come and enjoy. You know, come see your favorite artists. Aside me and aside Shatta and myself, come through. You see a lot of great artists too come through, pass through. Just come and enjoy. It's Christmas, Charlie. The whole of this year, there are loads of atrocities happening here and there. So I mean, I feel like this is a day we set down like. On a holiday, like as my big bro was saying, Freedom Wave concert, you get what I'm saying? Like, come and experience freedom, you know, just breathe some fresh air and watch something very entertaining, and you know, because it happens once in a, you know, once in a year. You get me?
It is happening on 25th December. But don't confirm 25th December day, but confirm not sure day, no. And Ghana, this is the challenge. This is the big announcement from Shatta, Wale and Medical. Sunday.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's when Jesus was born.
Yeah.
And I was born on Sunday.
Kwesi Charles. Wow. So this is the big announcement. Shatta, Wale and Medical. They've done it before. You who crowd, no. But I'm saying this time round, I'm money see. Now I know the conversation that will continue is.
They can't.
Chairman, bet to me, Anna. Anna, Chairman, to me.
Because I'm so doubt. And because it's always expensive where it will be possible. There's nothing, you know, nice about it. I want you to doubt it so that when it happens, you'll be like, okay, let's go. Yeah, that's wow. So y'all should just come support.
And they should believe. What I want to put is they should believe in us. You understand me?
Yeah.
You know, sometimes when they don't believe in us, that's where strangers will come and disappoint them. You understand me? They should believe in us. You understand me? Because I'm this show that we are not charging anybody any high price money.
Yeah,
you understand me?
I know.
I saw a video that somebody was saying if Shatta charges 200 Ghana cedi and people think now Shatta, but you see, we are in a system where people had $8,000 and everybody went. You understand me? It's very sad. Anybody that has $8,000, please bring it to our own to please. We have something to do with it. At least you can support Shaxi with it. You understand me? But if Ghanaians can wake up and go and pay $1,000 for a table, $2,000, no. Then they should stop saying there's no money in the country. There's money in the country. You know, they should start supporting us and they should stop doubting us, because I believe we are what God gave us. I believe you go to Swahili or some Burundi country, their best artists, maybe go and see his Jalabia. If you come and say, they will betray money. They should like us like this. This is us. Yes, and this is like we are yours. You know, you guys should just support whatever we are doing. And I believe, you know, everybody is going to come out in their numbers to support us. This year has been so good, you know. JJC is doing some great waves and things. The Scarface is out there, you know, we're pushing stuff. And so they should just help us, you know, back them.
So the challenge is on. Shatta, Wale, Medical, Freedom Wave Concert Part 2. And this time around, we are doing a 360 kind of stadium. Come and let's do it.
360, man.
Yeah.
But when you asked, he wasn't confirming.
Oh, Medical confirming.
Sir, what I'm just trying to tell you is that
Medical confirming.
we can do 360.
Okay. I believe it.
But when we fill the stadium, you people should say we have filled the stadium, because if we are quite short now, we feel it.
I feel it. Every field we feel.
Every field we feel. So if you get an arc and you go small and there's no,
let's say 180.
Just take it like this, like on field.
Okay, like, you know, this show is a show with panel members, so I'll give them the chance to also ask some 1 or 2 questions, then we wrap up. Our time is up. But big salute, let me say big salute to management of CMG, that is Class Media Group. When I told them I'm hosting Shatta, Wale Medical, then they said, okay, let's give you an extension, because one, some people will be watching the match and we want the message to go down well. We don't want to put out a message now back and say, oh man, Tio. We wanted everybody to get this message about Shaxi and about that big announcement, which is 25th December at the Accra Sports Stadium, where Shatta and Medical, they aim to do a 360 kind of concert here in Ghana. In fact, first time hearing this from musicians, and everyone will be watching out for this. Now, no SM fans won't disappoint. They'll be coming from Navrongo, Wale, everywhere, Volta, everywhere to make this happen.
And every AMG fans coming to.
I know, right? In fact, the whole Ghana music.
Our boys, they come there.
Yeah, so big thanks to management of CMG for giving us extra time to do this, but we still have to run away. So Kojo, question, and I'll be also bringing in some of my panel members to ask Shaxi to ask about the stadium concerts and how the industry is going. Kojo, so quick one now.
That's a beautiful comment. So let me start with Shaxi. And I'm happy when we saw him with Medical. Many people thought there will be a break, because they know Shatta to be very troublesome. That before I realize he's on live blasting here, but we are so happy to hear that it has moved beyond just colleagues to brotherhood, and even now we are investing into business together, and that is so refreshing to hear. Myself, let me ask a question on the Shaxi. You mentioned that when the drivers subscribe for 20 cities, they can ride for 12 hours. Is it a plan to penetrate into the system, or is it going to be like that for forever?
No, it's going to be like that, you know, for a long time. But we're just making sure the economy doesn't affect that, you know, type of model. You know, we're just making sure that we are getting as many as drivers we can get on board, for them to understand that there's a standard. You know, so even if Shaxi is growing from 20 Ghana cedi to maybe a 30 Ghana cedi, there's still going to be a 20 Ghana cedi option that you can
That
still
you
work
can
with.
still work with. Okay.
So everybody can still have the app available to themselves. Yeah.
That is because when you were talking, you have identified all the weaknesses of your competitors. And are you on marketing course? Because the kind of marketing that you are speaking is so
very serious.
Yeah, because
But I've been learning too, you know, I've been researching, I'm an internet boy, so basically
that was so smart because he has really sold the app or the system, or he is the somebody who has brought it, and his communication is letting people know that this is the real person who brought the app, and I'm happy on that. Now with our space, we've been hearing media people, a lot of the fans also saying that when you look at some of our Nigerian brothers, they are filling auditoriums here and there. And I always see that Ghana, we have talent. The only thing that we lack is investors, people who really understand our business, who can push money. So something that can take, let's say, a Sarkodie like 2 years to achieve, because he is doing it alone, it will take him like 10 years. Exactly. And that is why we see Nigeria, somebody will just come rather because the fans are there. Within 2-3 years, they are breaking boundaries. One thing that we also realize is that when we collaborate more, like we do partnership, for instance, a Shatta, a Sarkodie, a Medikal, a Stoneboy, if we are collaborating together, I think our dream of filling these venues out there, and even the Accra Sports Stadium will be easily attainable, and that will bring more business. Why is it that we are not able to even do that on that level, as in you and your colleagues coming together to create that great shows that at the end of the day will put Ghana music out there, and also you guys will make business out of it? Why is it that we are not getting such collaborations from you guys?
Well, I think that one you want to answer first.
I don't know if Medikal followed.
Okay, so let me just chip in a little bit before he follows up. You know, I'll just say that is what we are trying to teach the industry right now, that we as colleagues can come together like the way I am with Medikal and build this up, you know, because nobody has taught us this. You know, I believe up to now we've not seen, and I've been saying this like several times, like we've not seen a Daddy Lumba featuring Kojoentry before. You know, and you should ask yourself that why is that happening? It's just that there is a communication that is running in our industry that we don't have heads to even direct these communications to. And so, Chairman, this is the problem. We need to solve this problem, because it's like big money if Kojoentry and Daddy Lumba come together and they say they are doing a Accra Sports Stadium. They will break. We have to buy new cement from Dangote. You know, but there's a communication going on where, you know, this thing has gone on like back in the year. So I believe if the artists will understand that, no, we are one people, we can work together and make money together. I can, you know, collaborate with Medikal, Shatta, and blah blah, so we can host a show like this and say, we'll be making money ourselves. The Nigerians have that from infancy, so they know how to collaborate. They didn't teach us that from infancy. Even in our families in Ghana, your father doesn't want to talk if you eat your uncle's food. When your auntie cook and bring it come, don't eat it. You understand me? There is no, that's what I'm saying, there is no love in this country, but me, I have love in me, and that is, I found love here. Even though I don't have a girlfriend, so that when I wake up, I know that I have a proper girlfriend that I can talk to, and that's it. You know? So basically, if they learn how to love and learn how to understand that this is business, this is not about competition. You understand me? Sarkodie and Medikal should be able to host a show in Kumasi and it will blast.
Yes.
But you see, maybe Sarkodie's communication and Medikal's communication is different. Somebody's telling that they say Medikal said it. Somebody's also telling Medikal that Sarkodie said. So you see, all those communication brings like enmity in the business, and you don't even get the right direction to move. But I believe if everybody will learn how to love, we can move this. Like Black Stars, I always say this, like there's no love in Black Stars. Everybody plays because they want to impress somebody, either their girlfriend, their wife, or their GFA boss or something. But when we learn how to love, you can know that, no, this ball, let me pass Aite so he can score. But Ghana here, everybody, it's not only in our music, it's in politics, religion, everywhere. So we should just learn how to, if we learn how to love, like him, I've learned how to love him, and he has taught me a whole lot of beautiful things. So I believe it's a love that can bring us a collaboration. It's not money, it's not any spiritual power, it's not anything, it's love that can bring us together like that.
Okay, Kojo, I'm sure you are done, right?
Okay,
Well, you still have some more other guys who would want to come in, but just drop one more.
CTV begging, okay?
Oh, CTV has allowed us.
Thank you.
Yes, Kojo, yes.
Yes, and also when we talk about some of the seasoned event organizers, yeah, some of them too has complained that when they call some of the A-list artists, the kind of money that they are charging, the upfront money is so huge to the extent that we can't organize that big event that we see some of the Nigerian event organizers or some event organizers from Africa are doing. And by now, I want to believe if we go on that collaboration terms, we can also see some of that big events. So what is the relationship between you and some of the event organizers? Recently, I saw you wanting to do something with Akwaba UK, and it backfired. So kind of.
So you see, when I want to even explain from that side, I'll say that's what I'll go back to love. You understand me? Like Akwaba, you can briefly. I just told him, you see, do a show this year. You've done Ghana party in the park for years, for like 14 or whatever years. This trip, just put Shatta Wale GOG experience. Make it special. Don't pay me. I'll come. You know, just buy ticket for me and my team, and we'll just come. Don't pay me. And, you know, it didn't turn out well. Because his idea towards the show was, okay, if I go to Shatta, then I'll sell ticket and make money. You understand me? But if you think like that, it means you don't care about me. You understand? It means what the idea I gave you, you didn't even take it serious. Or you saw it like, shit, I shouldn't pay you and call you and come. And you know, I don't know how the thinking was, but that's what I'm saying. We are close to the promoters. Like for instance, he has this promoter in the US. When we go shopping, party, cars, everything, like it's there because we have that relationship with the promoter. I have Hashim in America that when I go to America, we move like brothers. But when it's time for show, Hashim organizes, he does what he does. But in Ghana here, you find a promoter that doesn't believe in you already. It's people that even suggested that he should come and call you. Charlie, the pastor, because they don't have option and they want to make money. But when you come, create a relationship with me and let me understand the situation on the ground. So that also, boss, what do you mean? Okay, so you tell me $100,000, we there for 50, now for promo, now we get more to support. You understand me? But they don't create that relationship with us, you know, and most of them too, like the things they've heard, Shatta on board there on yes. So when they come with a certain mindset. Like medical, for instance. You know, like someone who come and say, no, we will go. But man is coming it's just we keeping that love. That's what I'm saying. Like there's no way. I've spoken so many times about this industry and how we have to solve it. I've gone to a point that I've seen that no, it's love that can solve this thing. It's not money, it's not government, it's not anything. Oh, maybe Sammy will wake up. Oh, Shatta, can I meet you and Sarkodie and Medical and Stoneboy? We have to make ourselves available. Because maybe the idea you brought is good for business. So we will do it together. But maybe a Wizkid, Davido, Burna Boy will listen to, okay, go fit do am show, make do am. Oh, now they can support. Maybe only ticket. They'll fill the place with one name. And we'll see like, wow, how did no? Then you see like the gatekeepers that we say we have in the industry. No, they have investors and they have. It's not investor. It's not investor. It's not money. Certain things are not money. You can't. You see, fame. I was doing a song yesterday. I was saying that nobody is a superstar because in the skies the stars shine the same. Like the star. Because if people are superstars, like when they die, they have to push them in supercars. And when you die, you have to lie in a supercar and go where you're going, but you are not going anywhere. You have just cut out.
6 feet.
Sometimes 6 feet at last. So we should just understand that we are one people and we should just bring one idea on board. Then we can all move forward. It's love. I just want to tell people it's love. But what do you think?
That's love.
Yeah, I love you. Okay.
I love you too.
Kojo, you'll be excusing me soon, but before you do that, the 360 Stadium, what is your honest opinion about it? On 25th December at the Accra Sports Stadium. I want to get your view on it before I introduce the next guests as well. IGP.
our places, they can do it, but if you leave it, they can't do it.
Oh, no, I love that. No, but
You really go and
I'll be happy
Yeah.
if I wake up. That is why I've been fighting with you that when Fancy got them, when they say they have filled the stadium, I suppose it's supposed to be 360. But they know they've been given an arc. So let's say they have filled the arc because we want to put right figures out there. If you have filled the stadium, okay, the stadium, Tamale Stadium was 20,000. Did you sell 20,000
No.
tickets? You
No.
didn't sell.
Yeah.
So you have not
yeah.
filled the stadium. And I know Medical and Shatta can fill the stadium. But one thing that I'm afraid of is the time. As in the time between from now till 25th. If the message can travel fast, so that all the fans will come in. And also the price. Because when you are playing bigger venues, the price should be moderate that everybody can come in there.
In fact, I'm saying that we have to charge 5 CD for my show.
Wow, that would be
Because that
be
money
good.
we just want to give it to charity, maybe some orphanage home or something.
That will be that will fit.
Because we want to have a celebration. It's not a show that we want to make money from.
Oh, there we go.
I'm not sure that's a confirmation. He's saying that he wants.
Yeah, me that's my wish.
Okay,
Yes,
you want.
Yes, you know that
That's
I
right.
wish we could charge 5
Yes.
because it's a Christmas time and it's a
Exactly.
festive season.
You are giving.
Yeah, you know.
But even if it comes up, I know it should be moderate that the average
Person.
fan can buy a ticket because the country is hot.
Yes,
So
that's what I'm
it should be a way that people
Yeah, I don't want
can.
that.
And I trust you.
At least me, I will talk to my people so that they will even do 1 city.
Okay, so Medical has this new banger called Scarface. Let's go watch it. Then I introduce 2 of my panel members as well to be part of the conversation because I also know they have their own questions. Like I said, today it's an exclusive Shagzy and the announcement they made to us and the fact that they also have some shows. I know Friday Shatta is performing at Tosino, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and 27th is the Afrochella. In between, he has other shows. He also be going to Brekum on 2nd January at the Golden City Park and more. Let's talk about business, showbiz, and how it is going. It is Christmas, so let's flow. Let's go for this. When I come back, I introduce 2 of my panel members. And they also put in their question or contribution. Then the challenge is on. Now I can see on social media, Facebook, the fans are saying, "Hey, Brasami, we are already at the stadium." I say, "Hey, Charlie,
They are there.
obviously, you are already at the stadium."
Tomorrow, bring you more food again. Be there.
So I'm right back. Wait for me. We are singles coming from AMG Medical Scarface. Now it has one line in there that created controversies online. Today Medical is here. I'm sure we'll give you the chance to explain it. Medical, when he said I'm too jollof for your rice, not say chasing, and I say chasing.
Before some make saucy, yikes, I'm too jollof for your rice. Obviously, sauce, a dose when money more, and than it jollof. Who said jollof from the money friend and makes it? It's a long story. If you don't get it, forget about it.
If you don't get it, forget about it. Well, so let me go straight to Adam. Adam is an entertainment journalist. He has been writing for The Spectator newspaper for so many years with experience. And he's also here as one of my pundits. Of course, the agenda is Shagzy. The agenda is filling the stadium. The one the other guy could not do. Now these guys are saying they can do it. Adam, questions on Shagzy and the big announcement?
I mean, for Shagzy, I don't have questions. I
Okay.
mean, like we said yesterday, I mean, it's a good thing. If you do the BTL, which is, I mean, below the line kind of marketing, you go to target groups. I mean, what it does is it brings the emotional connection of you and the clientele or your customers.
Okay.
It gives you new customers. It brings life into the product. That is why we are still talking about Shagzy. A lot of pictures were making rounds. I mean, it also brings some level of, I mean, connection between you and your fans. So it was a good move to go through that activation because, I mean, businesses need to go through those cycles to, I mean, bring some level of vivacity to them. So, I mean, it was a good one. And also seeing Medical and Fela McCaffrey on it. And now he's confirmed, I mean, their roles in the business. I mean, it's really wonderful and make a lot of sense. So, I mean, I wish them well because we need to, like you said, most of the models are not targeted at us when it comes to the drivers and even the riders. So we need to have people who understand our concept of society to be able to build products around it to help us. So, I mean, it's a big one. Let's support it. And as I said, you talk about support. And I said, at times when the support is not coming, you can engineer it.
Okay.
You can be intentional about it. And he said that he wants to do that and be intentional about it with other colleagues. So it is good. Let's keep pulling and see how it's going to happen. With the stadium show, I mean, it's an interesting announcement they've made. And
interesting challenge.
Yes, and very daring. I mean, because if you look at the time span, if you want to do an event of that, I mean, magnitude, there are limitations. And the limitation, one, promo, limitation pricing, limitation movement to the venue. You understand? And a lot of it. But the organizer needs to reduce the impact of the limitation. So you make sure the promo reach a lot of people. You make sure the pricing is affordable for people to come. And when it comes to the location, how are you going to ensure that the limitation of the location does not impact the people? Okay, we can get buses to, because the main tables and others, they have buses conveying the people. I mean, they have certain targets, they reach them, okay, let's pick you here, we are moving to this. So they can do all of these things.
There's an idea you are sharing.
Yeah, they can do all of these things to mitigate the effect of the limitation.
Okay.
And when they're able to beat down the impact of the limitation, I mean, they can be able to achieve their target.
Wow.
So, I mean, they should keep on with their plan, make sure they go to the call and they can achieve it.
Do you think the organizers, Live Hub, right?
Yeah.
The people who did the Whiskey show, do you think they should bring part of the money to these guys to
When they bring them part, I mean, Charlie, they go love them. Because both of them have done it before. Because you talk about experience.
And I'm sure that's what they were looking for.
Yes.
So why did they go out?
I don't know, you follow somebody who knows. When I was at the stadium, and this is not only this show, events of such nature, anytime they play Shatta Wale's song, I mean, the place goes haywire. Whoever was at the stadium can confirm that anytime the DJ played Shatta Wale's song, I mean, it was crazy. The reaction.
And he was not even on the bill.
He wasn't on the bill. So, I mean,
we were far away in
when it comes to pulling the crowd, I mean, you can talk about the things Shatta does, but you cannot take that away from him. He has that aura around him.
So you also have it. Now you do it.
Yeah, I mean, it's challenging, but
he doesn't believe.
I know. You see,
yeah, it's challenging. And that's what
it's challenging, but you see, when you free or say or two so the challenges are there. But for them to know of this challenge and still say we are doing it. And the Omukita baby, I mean, at the end of the day, we'll see what happens. My question for him is,
how many is that question?
One question. Before, I mean, releasing his GOG, whether he's releasing or not releasing, one thing came up, and Shatta was like, before I release it, or earlier I had some label reaching out to me. I didn't like their deal, and I mean, I want to get a better one to release. I mean, how far with that?
Okay.
Oh, with the GOG, we're still working on that. You know, it's just that, like I was saying earlier on, that if the funds are not right, you know, we can do the work. So I'm still holding on to that. It's just that people need to give me, you know, kudos to, you know, still keeping the album for next year is going to be 4 years. Yeah. People have been talking about my,
Inoli.
No, my, nowhere.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. 4 years.
Me, my security be very tight. Yeah, you know, so basically, I think next year we can have something. He's also coming with planning and plotting next year. So I believe next year is going to be, you know, a Michael Jordan year for us because he's 23 already.
So the fans who have been waiting.
Yes, you know, they should, you know, they've been with me for years and they've been waiting for stuff, you know. So I believe they should just have that patience still for me because they know we've been independent for years, you know, and we want to do this right this time, you know. Like I said, how I used to do bandana music and I came to Shatta music, you know. we need to re-change the faces of things. So they should just, expect, the best, and, nobody should worry. It's an album that I've been working on, and it's gonna come out. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much, Adam Mesa Chatome, entertainment journalist. And let me go on to music producer. Of course, he is one guy with experience in this game. He's also an animator. I'm sure, say, Shatta, JJC animation.
I'll be happy.
Yeah. JJC,
me, I don't like shooting videos, so I want animation videos.
That's something to any animation, Meko.
Yeah. No, we are giving the task on TV. Right. Give us JJC animation.
I'll be happy.
Yeah, I know. Okay, Mike Ona is his name. Question, contribution, Shagzy, 360 challenge. And they've started a hashtag already. I've seen one from Gideon where he said 360 Shatta MDK. It's a hashtag 360 Shatta MDK.
So we go do am so.
Yeah,
we go do am so. 360. Nice one. Shatta. The enigma called Shatta Wale. It's who are you?
Big question.
I'm a lion.
Well, you've seen so many types of Shatta in one person.
It's just interesting, just analyzing his personality. Looking at him, I don't think he weighs like a cement bag or but if I weigh him spiritually, he's a heavyweight. And I've been trying to understand what he's really made up. I mean, do we really understand him? Abego, you be firstborn?
Yes, I'm the firstborn.
Oh, Jesus. Any afa? My main fanfa from, 1 Corinthians 5, verse 16. It says that no man after the flesh. So as I watch you, I mean, Shatta the comedian, Shatta the musician, Shatta
the businessman,
the footballer, and all that. So I go like, okay. As I sat there watching you talking, I mean, it was almost like a lamentation about how people do not get who you really are, and you were trying. I was like, no. I think Shatta shouldn't be saying this about himself. He needs someone else to say that about himself, because you're big. You're big. I mean, I can literally carry your person, like that. I can carry you, but when you step out in your element, the kind of energy that follows you, the kind of weight that you carry around, it just marvels me, and I'm wondering whether the people really know you. The reason I asked about the firstborn thing, I realized that there's a lot of first that comes with you, and it comes with a certain type of challenges. You have something in you that you want to push out there, but it looks like the people are not getting it. The love you spoke about, the responsibilities that you carry on your shoulders, the kind of passion you move with, the kind of, let me go into the Bible again. When Noah, I'm coming. When Noah,
preach on.
When Noah received the assignment to build the ark, he could have built a 3-bedroom house for him and his family, but because he had the thing from God himself, he wanted to do the big thing. And I see something similar in Shatta. Shatta could just be okay with his achievements, but if you look at him for the period that he's been reigning, it's like, let's get together, and that's a sign of someone who is not selfish. All right, I want us all to get to win, and that thing, I don't know if it's getting down to the people, I don't know if they get it, as a baby show, so you want to bring it out, and the other thing too is that he's a pioneer, like I said, the first. That's why I asked the question about whether he's a firstborn or something. And usually when that happens, I say you don't have a mentor. Bida. So people may a pace setter. People may describe you as confused. People may describe you as inconsistent. People just don't know how to place you, you know. And that whole package comes with this man, you know. And so this afternoon, when I got the message that Shatta was coming, I just decided to do a few analysis about the man, and it was like, no, I think, sir, we should study this one in textbooks.
Oh no, already. Some primary school books.
KNUST, sir.
Yeah. I think last year or two we saw some books like that.
Yeah,
with him and other books. We've seen other artists
and then just
also in
and
there.
then just when we thought that okay, it's getting over with Shatta, we've been talking about reinventing yourself.
Yeah, put out like
The
that.
the music is there, but suddenly another surprise has come, Shagsy, and that is big. You know, there's a question I want to ask about Shagsy.
Okay.
Was the app designed by Ghanaians?
Yes, a Ghanaian and a foreign affiliated company
Okay.
in Turkey.
Okay.
In Turkey.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Beautiful. I mean, I love the Ghanaian concept because everything behind the thing is about we want to do it for Ghana. You know, so I would have been disappointed if a Ghanaian wasn't part of it. But I love the fact that there was a Ghanaian connection. You know,
So it's a
Shatta,
Ghanaian who built the app. And,
Beautiful.
Has other affiliated
beautiful.
company.
Shatta, I can only say God bless you.
God bless you too.
All right.
God bless you.
May He expand your brain capacity and go forward in strength, in boldness, and all that it takes for you to achieve the vision that you have. It's a big one. You know, it's a big one. I don't know if you yourself can appreciate the magnitude. I mean, the weight of it.
No, I really get where you are coming from, and that's why he always tells me something that he understands the reason why people. Who can I say?
I don't understand why you understand you.
Yeah.
Because I'm too close to God that I pray.
No, it'd be true.
I pray too bad.
It'd be true.
Like sometimes I even get scared to pray again. Because the things I ask God are not money. God give me car. God, I pray for me and people.
Right.
You know, my fans. I pray for people that love me. Like I tell God. Yeah. So when I'm speaking to God, my prayer with God is not just like any other person's prayer. So basically, I think people are seeing that God around me, but you see, you ask the question, who are you?
Yeah.
Everybody wants to know how God looks like.
Exactly.
And they don't get to see it.
Sure.
Everyone wants to know who is God, but they don't get to know who God is well, because they don't know if what they are doing, God is getting angry or God is not. But there are people in the world that don't know God. So they can just say anything about Shatta and they feel like, oh, really strong, God no mind. But you see, that is where God comes in and tell you that this is my anointed. Sure. Don't touch him. I've been through so many things that God has taken me out, and I feel like people should even watch that side.
Right.
That I didn't come here to come and sin, or come and hurt people, or to come and put people in bad situations. I only came here, like you said, like the ark.
Yeah.
I've been telling most of my boys about Noah and the ark.
Right.
That is like, is how do you put it? It's a mission for me
It's a mission
to accomplish.
Yes.
So I'm saying that even if it's kakalika, I want the kakalika to drive bears.
Right.
Because that's a living thing right there.
Right.
But people don't get me well. And I think when I'm talking to, because I feel it, like, you see me, like, when I say I'll get $20 billion, like, I believe it, like, because I'm seeing Mark Zuckerberg, like, okay, if he has done it, I can do it. Because it's God that is directing. Mark Zuckerberg is not going to any man lab. Let's not forget it.
Yeah.
He's talking to just one guy. And the guy is the brain.
That's right.
Who created the brain is God.
It's God.
And I believe like that weight is always on me. That's why when people see me and they go like, when I come on social media, I'm not handsome, but when they see me on the street, I'm handsome. I go like, I'm very, very handsome.
Okay. Now finally, on the 360 agenda, what is your opinion about before you guys leave me? Then I do my last set. Then we run out.
Okay.
360. They can do it.
no.
You have the confidence that you can do it.
You appear bonti no.
You can go.
What you
Say ya.
Say ya. Say ya.
Charlie, they say right now, we say ya. And then float to your say ya.
But listen,
Hey, Bajo. Let's watch On God, and as we watch On God video, I bring my last set of panel members. Then we can run away from here. At least the announcement has been made. The whole Ghana is discussing it. Can they achieve it? Will they do it? We are waiting for 25th December at the Accra Sports Stadium. And I want to say shout outs to you, all the team members in the SM Empire management team. You guys are solid. Working with you last weekend to Sierra Leone. Had some good time. Shout outs to all of you. Everybody in there. I can't mention all the names, but hey, when it comes to the stadium show, I say shout outs to you, Rashid. Let's make it happen. On God, and I bring in my next set of panel members. The biggest from Shatta Wale called On God, and anytime I hear this song, I feel that spirit in there doing all the magic. And I want to believe on 25th December when this song is played, you turn and the whole stadium is filled like Accra's House of Folk and Santi Kotoko. Yeah, On God. That is how the feeling is going to be like. So Koskoli is here, Roland Amate is here. They put in their last contribution. Then we can say goodbye. You guys have been wonderful. You guys have been awesome. Numbers still active online. Everybody is still watching CTV, and this means a whole lot to us. Once again, shout outs to management of Class Media Group CMG. God bless you for this opportunity. Ro, come through. Question, contribution, quick one.
Okay, Basame. First of all, I would want to congratulate them on Shatta. A good initiative. Makase, when you even check the dynamics, I got drawn to it not because a Ghanaian pudia, but because of the dynamics. You know, anything that we do, we take risk. We compare. We now check a price. We are minion. Sometimes we are humans. We do it.
Yeah.
And when you check the dynamics, not long ago when fuel prices skyrocketed, we saw news of drivers holding demonstrations against some of these hailing ride apps and. Everybody suffered some of these skyrockets. And when you check the dynamics involved in Shatta, you realize that okay, if I am able to pay certain commission, at least Sefu or Krapu and epidemia, at least you have some places just to hang yourself on or even survive on. And you know this country, we are all living on survival mode. From the first gentleman to the last person in this country, a survival mode. So that is what I have to say about Shatta. Congratulations to them. And if Coca-Cola, any all those big brands started on a table, let's not expect Shatta to have 2 million drivers in 2 weeks. And yet possible. It takes time. So we should just allow them to go through that phase where brands, yes, would have to grow from one stage to the other and just support any way you can. To mean support here, you just be on your side. Those who can, let them support it, and it is allowed. A fair like that.
Okay.
On the 360 Stadium show,
I know that has been your agenda.
Ow, Masodaya Che.
You write script over.
No, you see, me, I have always believed in Ghanaian artists. When I see the likes of Fancy Gather, Makasio, Mo, Shatta Wale has done this back to back, and I ask myself, say, if people are scaring us with a 20,000 seater auditorium somewhere, and that we would want to use that pressure on our people, let's also understand that if one person is able to do 20,000, if Shatta is able to do 20,000, Medical is able to do 20, Fancy Gadam is able to do 20, Makasio is able to do 20. If we should put these 4 guys on one stage, do you know how many people will be commanding? Let's say they are all bringing 10,000 people. Do we know how many people will be commanded? And this only happens when we collaborate. It happens only when we collaborate. It doesn't happen, say, okay, it will always be a collaborative effort. And I am happy this is coming up. In fact, if your dream doesn't scare you, then you are not dreaming big enough.
Okay.
So even people who are even saying this is they want to do this because Wizkid was not able to do it. Me, that is not how I see it. Anytime we always work to progress. We want to set records and beat our own records. We are in competition with ourselves and not even literally with others. It is a Shatta fairly half. And on the MDK last year, fairly half. And this year, they want to challenge themselves to a full capacity. What stops them? In fact, me sure say these are two strong businessmen. They've weighed their strengths and weaknesses, and they think they can do more. And so one trier, over there who say succeed and be failing. These are business risks that not anybody can take.
Yeah.
So to me, I always say if you no go fit, just pack your body. It be as simple as that. But then the 360 show that they have announced, when Shatta was speaking, he was very emphatic about support and the fact that they've been able to lay down their strength. As in last year, to me, a arc. We still need collaborations. What can't say to me? They need people on board to make this happen. Brands were Wizkid show here and I can confidently tell you, say it is not less than $2 million. And if brands can wake up and say, okay, instead of wasting that money outside, let's test ourselves. Say me now, the next time you can tell him you will not give him again. But you've never tried. And this person has been able to prove to you, say, men kwama ho odin betumi si half. Into the ebeje kwata mpomame. Na yenye. For people who are saying when you fill the ark unfairly, you see, let's see the cup half full than half empty. And that is what will give us growth. Else, you see the small blessings that we have, we will always miss sight of them.
Wow, solid, solid. His name is Roland Amate for that wonderful input. And of course, he was also in Sierra Leone with Team Shatta. And yeah, he was fantastic there, I know. Costco, come through.
DTB. DTV. I mean, it's always a delight, you know, listening and watching Shatta Wale and then
Yeah.
You're watching a sense of humor.
Yeah. But next year, I will champion a comedy show for Shatta Wale.
I say, on our Canada.
You have to talk to my manager.
But I mean, see, Shatta is one, you know, like when it comes to business, he's one, you know, one guy who thinks, you know, outside the box all the time. Anytime you listen to him, and when like they formed the DTB, I was like, what is the connection? What are they up to? I thought it was going to be music, and they dropped. I think it's the first EP or EP, and now we are all seeing just about business. And you see, Shatta, you were talking about Shagzy and how, from how you spoke, this is how I understood. Like, you want people to invest in Shagzy, right? So imagine there's a businessman out there listening to you who want to invest, let's say, $10 million in Shagzy. And then the same person hears what some of us, I mean the pundits and some of the media people, what we say about Shatta Wale MDK. And the person goes like, So do you think sometimes we become, let's say, a stampede or a blockade to some of you people
business opportunities?
All that?
Okay.
A lot. That one is a good question, and that's what I'm saying. I've met companies that tells me, oh, we wanted to sign you, and you know you had this problem, and your media people, so they said we should forget it.
Wow.
Like big companies, you know, and that's why I keep telling people that don't think you are hurting me, but you are hurting all of us. You understand me? When I make money, I bring it on the table, and we all enjoy. You know, so I think those things have to stop. That's why this Shaxi thing, even I said I was watching the internet, and someone so with the Andy 1 week pen I was like, I don't speak like this. You know, tell me, this is somebody's business. This is, if Shatta is doing something entertainment and you don't hear, and you don't understand, just try and, if you don't have anything to say, just keep quiet. You know, I watch a whole lot of people on the internet trying to say a whole lot of things, and I go like, don't you know you are breaking me somewhere? Maybe there's a label that wants to sign me outside. And that's why I keep saying, God bless Beyonce every time, because with Beyonce's team, for her to sit down and say she wants to work with me, it wasn't just quiet. You understand me? God's intervention came there. I think maybe God spoke to her that, come and help my son, because the way they are seeing him, I want you to put a beautiful picture around him. You know, and that, so I think what you're saying, people should just get it. Like the way they speak about us, like me, I'm so real that when you speak about me in a certain way, I'll come and speak in a certain way. But I've grown, yes, because nice. So, you know, like, cause I'm stepping on your leg and you're telling me, oh, Aji, Shatta, you step on my leg. They do like, you know, they hear. Like, if you do, I was hard. I'm trying to be humble. I'm trying to be respectful. You know, that's why I tell people, have that patience. If I can get that interval, 10 years interval from bandana to Shatta Wale, you should know that, no, the guy has patience, you know. So when you're stepping on my toe, me, I'm like that. So, oh, Kusko, you save my life. Oh, Kusko, you save my Kusko. Oh, Kusko, I say they step on my leg. By the step on my leg. No, Ube G be nice. Because that is me. But you see, I've grown to come and understand that all those people were distracting me from getting what I have to get. Even though I've been able to acquire a few things from my career, in terms of where I need to put my hair, you know, at least can move around in the car more and stuff like that. I like invested a few. I'm okay now. So when people are even talking now, if you watch my social media, check it. For like 2 months now, I've not spoken about anything industry again.
Yeah.
It's not that I am tired, but I'm just seeing that no. When I check my worth and the people that are even talking about me, like they're gonna drag me back, because those people have not made what I've made. And I want to make more, so why don't I go and make it and come and show them? Maybe by the time that they are 90, before they can tell me that, we know that you can do it. And that time you are 90 years, so I can give you some $100,000, because when I started it, you were fighting it because you didn't understand it. Because it's very painful when somebody talks about you and a company says they can't sign you. It's very painful, and that's why we are struggling with our shows, our business investments, because there's a big man there that loves Shatta Wale. But I said that Shatta Wale doesn't respect. All because when they put on their TV, YouTube or something, what they are saying is, and like he's inconsistent. I go like, oh, like how can you say this about a businessman? Like this is an artist who's doing business. You should know that. Like you can't. That's what I'm saying. You can't say that about me, Medical, Sarkodie. That's why recently Sarkodie made that statement that if he didn't put it out well because he didn't even know how to say it again. Yes,
he was tired of it.
Yeah, he was tired of it. So he said if you have not got to BBC, but what Sarkodie is trying to say is that you are spoiling a whole lot of, you are closing doors for us, you are blocking us, the chance of us getting, the chance of Medical getting a label for him to get $25 million and bring it. Masa, the footballers, when they sign them 1 point something, they don't bring it on this table. Yeah. They are on the GFA table. So what are we also bringing on this table? The people that will help us to bring this thing on this table are the ones fighting us, are the ones saying we don't respect. And if they do that, me like this, I will move my small way and make my money. But maybe I can't make plenty that I want to make. And we can't be like this forever. You know, one day I might decide, say, I want to go into farming, because maybe I've gotten some money that I can invest also into farming. And that's what I'm saying. I don't want to talk about the industry and the way people behave anymore, but they should stop painting that picture about we artists. You know, oh, Medical is a Sakawa boy, you can't sign him. No, don't do that. Shatta Wale, he doesn't respect. Yeah, when you are behaving like that, like you block chances for us and you can't move on. So I think what you've is nice. Nobody has even told me this, but I love it.
Okay, Cusco, let's talk 360 Stadium and run away.
360 is the when we were coming, we were talking about this thing, and I shared my strategy.
Yeah, I'm sure you can share it still.
Yeah, I mean after the show.
Oh no, you can share it now. Why?
If you have some strategy, please, you should give it to us.
After the show, I tell you.
We need help. Okay, I get it.
You see, the first part of the show, we discussed, whiskey, this thing. So it was about the same thing. I'm not surprised. Like Shatta, Wale and MDK. I mean, it's just like, you know, going to secondary school. Like you get, let's say, presec, and I get school economic income. Me first school income. Let's say I do Jamfi. Automatically presec and I qualify. I pass here. What I say? Automatically. Oh, but that is the obvious truth.
Sammy Flex in your high.
Okay, Sammy Flex in your high. Oh no. I mean, the home support is there, the fan base is there. This is what I was talking about. The fan base is there. So if SM, if there are groups, you know, SM and MDK across the country, they can just mobilize themselves and head straight to stadium. So to get, is it 40,000?
Yeah.
That's enough. It's a done deal. If on the 25th, though, I mean, the time is very short, just like less than 2 weeks, or less than 2 weeks. It's very short, but still, someone to me on pull 30K, I'll be surprised.
Okay.
I'm not saying they should get the whole place filled, but at least
30K. Oh, but I'm not 30K. They have man. It's
not
local
much.
such. Yeah.
I've been
You 30K no be at baby.
Even social distance.
I've been
No,
I mean, come on, and this is, you know, this is festive season. Christmas, the Christmas,
Okay.
it has its own R&B or the number.
Yeah.
When you sell, people buy.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
So if they are not able to, the next Ghana Hanum, that thing can never happen. Yes.
Oh, media they can do.
Okay. We are closing. Our time is up. MDK, any final message to your fans? Any projects you want to announce before you go?
Yeah, shouts to anybody who they watch me. My greetings to anybody within in this room. I know say you guys support my music, Shatta music a lot. You know, sometimes they see, they watch me. I already watch TV every day. Every day I do studio, they record. You get me? So, but I know see people they show me love regardless. Thank you so much for your words. I mean, I've learned a lot of things from the words of the panel and everybody within in this room. You know, and they learn I learned a lot of things from you guys and. We appreciate the love and support and there was some sharing crying say but anyway in this moment of him say it to me accomplish it. We know we'll let you all down too. You get the part of the be from Mumfache and normal you understand. One in the side. And that's what I say. Next time I will slap So I mean, keep supporting the movement. On the 17th of December, Green Slash Tema come through live. And on the 25th too, we did a stadium. We did try to make something beautiful. Brunya, Mumbai out me and Jam.
And your new project,
Your new project coming.
Yeah, they dropped.
Plan and plotting.
No. Plan and plotting me next year. Okay. They dropped some 10-track EP. I was supposed
to. This song was Elon Musk.
And yet this song. This song. Very calm. They drop on Thursday. You guys check it out.
This Thursday. You should tell him Elon Musk is your friend.
He's my good. He's just jealous of me.
He's not the original.
Okay. Shatta, what final message are you putting out before you leave us?
My final message to everybody is that they should support Shatta for us. You know, this is one app that is going to be good for drivers. So if you have any driver anywhere that you feel he doesn't understand the foreign apps, this is something that can help him for him to support. And also, I want to tell my fans that I've loved them from day one, and the love they've shown me, I'll be there every time for them to cook up like things like this. So on the 25th, I just want everybody, from the fan bases, as we're talking to you right now, we're talking to the fan base chairman and everything, the leaders. So they gather themselves, because every year, I think the Rain concert, was great for us when we even had that show, because everybody came in their buses. And this trip, we want to show them at the stadium that, we have loyal fans from all over the regions that are coming. From Volta region, from Tamale, go to Ashanti region, everyone is coming. So it's going to be a party for us. So we don't mind if people think we can't fill the stadium, but I want to show this year that we just want to party. We didn't come to compete with anybody, not because of any Wizkid show. Wizkid has done his best for Ghanaians. You know, if Ghanaians didn't go to the show, that's how expensive it is. If you can pay 8,000 because you have been supporting me, so you can pay 8,000, you can pay 8,000. Then you are not a fan, you are not loyal. Whiskey, clap for yourself, you have tried. So yeah, 25th come, you know, at the stadium, it's going to be beautiful, man.
Yeah.
And thank you guys all too, man. Your panelists and everything. And shout outs to you guys because you guys really supported us.
I know.
God bless you guys.
Hello. And to the SM team, you guys are fantastic. From security, management, PA, road managers, Charlie, this is a super team. I actually enjoy working with you guys, and I pray that God gives us the strength and wisdom to always do it. So, the announcement is made. Go ahead and spread the message. 25th December. Okay, so these are the two events there. AMG Connect concert. That is the 17th December, 9 p.m. We started at the Greens Lounge, Tema Community 9. Could you say Greens Lounge for Omo Pizza at the Rough? Kojokin has been talking about that all the time. Also feeling Green Lounge for Omo Pizza Rough. And 25th December, that is the Freedom Wave concert, Shatta, Wale and AMG Medical. It is going to be a big one. You have to be there and let's make history. I believe, say, right after the concert, then we do the review with them. It is going to be an interesting one. To the team I work with, Joshua Niwonu is my director, DJ Ravi X did my sound, Moses Niwonu production supervisor, Samson Afo is my camera person, makeup artist Patience Agbechu Amedo, and Patience Mamle. Sami Adano is my boss, executive producer, Patrick Owusu MCR, Antonio Safo Support is Facebook Jata chief producer, of course, Eugene. Today, Eugene Ekumsin is also here. In fact, Eugene came purposely for Shatta America just to make sure you have a smooth production, and of course, it has been smooth. And let me also announce that this show, that is Class Showbiz, happens from Mondays through to Thursdays, 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. But bonus, we gave you this particular extension just to get the message right, and the message is sent. My name is Sammy Flex. Right after here, I'm putting the flyer. I'm the only one who has the flyer this time. That's the flyer for the Freedom Wave. So right after here, I'm putting the flyer on my social